Heath Shaw was back at work today, just over 12 hours after crashing his black Ford utility into two stationary cars in Kew East.
It's been a hell of a week at Collingwood. Sons of a famous father are in disgrace. A young star faces charges over drink driving.
Shaw blew .14, almost 3 times the legal limit.
A club champion may have worn the jumper for the last time.
Didak was spotted at the scene of the accident within seconds. His involvement remains sketchy.
All because revered traditions of this proud club. Honour.
I've let a lot of people down.
Trust.
In the club, denying emphatically Alan Didak was in the vehicle.
Heath has said that Alan was not in the car with him.
Didak will be accused of the Kennedy shooting next.
Respect.
Collingwood has suspended stars Alan Didak and Heath Shaw for the rest of the year after the players admitted lying to the club.
We're all abused. When Alan Didak and Heath Shaw lied. Mates were compromised.
St Kilda boys roughed him up and ran him at the first bounce. Look, I'm not too sure if I'd go over to Heater and support him, to tell you the truth.
Leaders humiliated.
It's unbelievably embarrassing to someone like Eddie Maguire.
We are angry, we are furious, we've had enough. The public have had enough. The public have had enough of this situation. No more.
Their club's reputation tarnished.
It was decided by the leadership group that these two players actually don't deserve to wear the Collingwood Football Club jumper.
The captain, Scott Burns, understandably feels betrayed.
When you have two of your key players looking the president, the coach, their own teammates in the eye and actually lying to them, it really destroys the essence of the club.
But the season roars on and September still beckons. The skipper and his staunch teammates are about to face the music with the eyes of the football world on them. It is their load to carry now. Their job to pick up the pieces. What a testing examination of a club in crisis tonight promises to be.
On cue, out come the Magpies. They're going to have to dig very, very deep if they want to be part of the September action now. Their forward line has been decimated by injury. Now the midfield has been gutted with the Shaw brothers and Didak gone, all suspended. O'Brien is out injured. How will Collingwood respond to this crisis? We have a fascinating 3 hours ahead as the Pies get set to burst through the banner, led by Scott Burns. Hello and welcome to the MCG. It's round 19. It is Collingwood versus St Kilda. 8th versus 7th on the ladder. And Luke Darcy, what a week it's been for Mick Malthouse and his men.
It's been an extraordinary week, Quarters. Who could have thought that the events that took place earlier on would have happened? I think they made the right decision in the end. Two of their better players won't play for the rest of the season. Two of their top 5 players. That's a massive statement to send. We've got some young players in this side, Quarters, and looking forward to seeing how they go and what sort of passion they bring to the game.
Well, it can go two ways tonight for Collingwood. They could completely fall apart at the seams, or it could be a pivotal moment in their history.
Yeah, absolutely. And you don't know that with a young player. You might find a 200-game player tonight who just steps up. Young Chris Stores might come out and kick 5 and set up a career for himself.
Well, there's Heath Shaw in the rooms. Alan Didak is in the rooms. I wonder what they're feeling at the moment. Very, very guilty, I should imagine.
I think they'd be embarrassed, and I think they'd be really realising they let their side down, and there's nothing they can do about it now, Quarters. They've got to sit back and watch the rest of the season and hope that players like their captain, Scott Burns, can get the job done.
Well, their president, Eddie Maguire's had a pretty bad week too. He spoke a short time ago at the President's dinner. Let's listen to a grab.
Our entire club this week came under enormous scrutiny. It's what happens at Collingwood. But Collingwood is renowned for many things. Our song is the only one that refers to our supporters. See the barrackers are shouting, as all barrackers should. Tonight, as one of the youngest Collingwood sides ever to run onto the MCG, we'll give our supporters something to barrack for. But most importantly, our song says, side by side we stick together.
So stirring stuff from the Pres there, Luke.
Yeah, it was reliably informed. That was a pretty emotional and passionate speech. Expect nothing less, and I think we'll be expecting that from his young players as well tonight.
As well as a couple of debutants tonight. There's a late change in the Collingwood team. Wellingham comes in and Stanley goes out. There was rumours that Bree was going to play, but he's not in the team.
Yeah, and that's a big loss for them because we know how much experience has gone out. Shane Wakeman adds a bit to that. He goes to fullback. He'll play in Kaczynski, no doubt about that. McCarthy was there on the wing, and a couple other young players. Looking forward to seeing how they go tonight, Quarters.
Well, the Saints have gone from rank outsiders on Monday to hot favourites in this game now. No Luke Ball, it's a bad loss, but on paper you'd think they've got the team to win tonight.
Oh, absolutely. That man there leading him through the banner, Nick Riewoldt, is the superstar. Been incredible last 6 or 8 weeks that he has played. Max Hudson comes back in. He'll step straight back into the full-back post and pick up one of those young Collingwood forwards. A big match-up to watch tonight, I reckon, is Jason Blake on Travis Cloke. He's their most important player now, Travis Cloke, with the other 2 boys out. Did a pretty good job earlier in the year.
Well, lost slightly in all this controversy this week is the retirement of Robert Harvey, calling it quits at the end of the season. Game 377 tonight. I'm sure he's snared a few of your ruck hit-outs over the years.
No doubt about that, and you can't give enough words to the respect the football world has for Robert Harvey. Just a superstar. He's up there with the greatest players in the game. Well done to him, and as always, dignified way for him to announce his retirement.
And the good thing is we get a chance to say goodbye to Robert Harvey. OK, John McCarthy wearing number 27, an 18-year-old from Sorrento. There he is. He's making his debut for Collingwood tonight. Good luck to him. And also good luck to big Chris Dawes wearing 31. Big lad, he's 20 from Brighton Grammar. Big moment for those 2 guys.
Yeah, he's kicked 5 and 3 goals in the VFL in the last couple of weeks, Chris Dawes. So looking forward to seeing him go.
Huge night. Forget about Beijing. All the action's tonight here at the G.
So much at stake tonight at the MCG for both Collingwood and St Kilda. So many storylines to follow as the drama is about to unfold. For Mick Malthouse, how will he react after the week that was such an experienced campaign? And Nick Riewoldt has led magnificently as the Saints have kept their finals hopes alive over the last 6 weeks. Can he do it again from the front? Robert Harvey, the champ, going into perhaps, well, will be his last month of home and away football, and have they got a big finals campaign left in them? There's Mick calling the shots. He, of course, in the thick of it during the week. How will his young Chargers respond? Here's the situation as far as the ladder is concerned. You can see St Kilda in 7th place. They are certainly in the mix for top 4, as are Collingwood if they win tonight, but either side losing, certainly particularly the Magpies, puts their place in the finals in jeopardy. A lot to expect for Josh Fraser too, lifting the pies in the ruck hopefully tonight. Down to Christy Malthouse. Good evening, Christy.
Thank you, Anthony. Good evening. Well, not many people have liked Collingwood this week, but their supporters certainly have, and they certainly are again tonight. They've had the highest crowd numbers all year at the MCG, and tonight is no exception. They have turned out in full force to support their team, and that's despite the cold and despite the wet. And it is cold and it is wet. It's been raining this afternoon, which has made for a very slippery surface. They're not predicting any rain for tonight, so hopefully it'll stay away, but it will make it interesting early on. They'll need to be switched on to deal with this slippery surface. Stephen.
Thanks, Christy. Very fired up. Christy Malthouse,
yes.
I know.
Not many people giving Collingwood a chance, but some do. Malcolm Blight, welcome to you. Interesting, Eddie talked about the young Collingwood side. By no calculation, 13 players 21 years or under. St Kilda 4 in that category.
Yep. And I think we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's a Malthouse kind of occasion tonight, isn't it, as far as Mick is concerned? Gee, that man Leon Davis is important for them too, isn't he? He's been down of late since he's come back from his injury problems. Can he lift tonight? Can he lift the pies? We're about to find out.
And to start things off, it's Fraser against King in the ruck. King the tap. It'll be hard and furious early. You can bet your bottom dollar on that. So much to play for.
How do we expect the game to be played tonight, Blythe? Is it going to be a lock-up situation?
Hard as nails. And Brown on Riewoldt.
Burns an up and under, and that's a very good mark by Goddard, who is really back to his best in the last couple of months. Good kick too to Riewoldt. Well done by Brown to spoil. Here's another crack at it. Throws it desperately onto the boot. Leon Davis attacks it. Good tackle, holding the ball. Umpire says play on. Graham gave it straight up to Burns, who goes right down the guts. Good kick towards Cloke and Anthony. Anthony gets there first, paddles, knocks it out. Here's an opportunity now for Swan, who found some space. He goes into the goal square. It's a goal on debut for Chris Dawes. First touch and lead foot is a goal.
How easy is that? First game, Luke. Did you get a kick like that, Alan?
I wish I did. That is fantastic. That's exactly what you want for a young man. He's had a knee reconstruction already in his young career, this young man, Chris Dawes. He kept one out the back. How good's that for his confidence? First kick in an AFL footy's a goal, and it's exactly what Collingwood needed after the week they had, and well done to the young fella.
I think there's 433 in that club now, aren't there?
Bit of a nightmare for the Saints defence there for Gwilt. Fresh from 5 goals in the VFL last week against Geelong. He's pretty happy about it too, just quietly, or just noisily actually. Chris Dawes.
Only a minute 38 into the game, but the body language for Collingwood's great.
Stephen King, Lenny Hayes, Scotty Burns. He emerged from the week, didn't he, with great leadership skills shown, and he's been in the thick of it already. So too Dane Swan. Promising start by the Pies. There's that matchup you talked about in the opening, Das, with Blake, who did the job on Travis Cloke last time.
Very important in the context of the game, that too, because Travis Cloke, I think, now looms as their most important forward. Probably has been all year, to be honest with you. So Blake's got a big job on him.
No goals and 8 disposals when they met in round 8.
Down. Play on.
There's Tuvey applying the clamps onto Lenny Hayes.
Okay, release the tackle. Stand up. Stand up.
This is what they had to do, Collingwood, wasn't it?
Thanks,
I mean, the whole focus has been on them, we know that, but they have to show something. The club has to show.
A few Saints peeling off the back of this contest. If it does go that way, they'll have some numbers. Gilbert, though, sends it forward straight away, and that should favour the Pies. Dane Swan leading the way. Looks like McWalter is going to be his company tonight. Strolling through was Ryan Cook. Again, that appetite for the footy on display early from the young Pies.
Yeah, the trick is, of course, when you're young, that enthusiasm to keep doing it for 4 quarters. But I mean, it's a really lively start, this.
Fraser to Burns. Boys, he's been prominent early. 5 touches already for the skipper as he squares it up. But Goddard again, solid in defence. Takes the mark. To Schneider. Some doubt on him earlier today, but he's playing. It's a handball out to Fisher. Oh, it's a great tackle. Umpire let it go. Unlucky not to get a free kick there, the Pies. Montagna's short, out on the full, off hand. So it was touched and a throw in.
Unlucky. It was a terrible decision.
I have not seen one not paid this year.
Yeah, that's a definite free kick. King against Fraser again. Fraser got the tap. Hayes got caught high. Now Goddard. Floats one to the 50. Revolt gets nudged out of it nicely by Brown. Socket off the ground by Maxwell. Now the chase is on. Fiora against Maxwell. They nullify each other in the end, and Thomas sloops. Beautiful pick-up in the greasy conditions. Slightly dark ahead tonight, Dale Thomas. Is that a statement as he goes to half forward?
They're bursting, aren't they, the Pies? Pendlebury headed for Medhurst on the ricochet. That's Anthony. He has a touch of colour blindness as he laid it off straight to Fisher, and now on the way out Dempster's able to hit a target, Fiora, and the Saints can cut a path through the middle. Montagna high ball hangs on a long time in the air, which will favour Nathan Brown, but he's conceded the free. Nick Revolt into the front.
It's obviously the other big matchup. Nathan Brown on screen there's got the job. Harry O'Brien actually did a really good job last time they met on Nick Revolt.
That was a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Because Revolt missed the game earlier this year, but he was kept goalless then on that occasion. Now this is Schneider out for Lenny Hayes off the left. Never been a massive goal kicker, and misses again.
Malcolm, talk about Dale Thomas. He's still got the dark hair tonight. He's been known as a flashy player. He's had the blonde locks, the long locks, but he's been down this year. He needs a really big game tonight.
He's played spasmodically for most of the year, and he's had his good moments, but you're quite right, compared to last year, hasn't been the 4-quarter efforts.
Good stuff from Hudson. Knocked it down to the feet of Graham, who gives it back to Hudson. Breezy conditions out there, but he did well, the veteran. Fed it out. Dempster stood up, did well. Got it over to Montagna, threw it on the boot. Revolt in front. Brown does the spoiling. Snared by Clark. Here's Thomas. Gives it back to Clark. Yep.
Oh.
It's a kick. More luck than anything else, but it came off in the end to Fraser. To Pendlebury. Looking for Medhurst. And we'll have a throw in.
Probably should just follow up that too with Thomas. He has played a lot in the forward line, Stephen, early in the quarter. Looking at some boot repairs there from Nick Rewald. So he's been a bit under pressure in the forward line. So it's good to see him on the ball here.
Good tight contest, but Hayes was the man who was loose. It fell for him. And he headed forward, but as you can see, the man in the road is the dependable Shane Wakeland. Gets a strong long lead from Dawes. And Hudson didn't really try and go with him. So Getting a nice feel for the footy early for Medhurst, who's had a fine season. 47 goals, beating his previous best of 41. Chipping pass for Cloak. You never know with Travis Cloak. No expectations really here, so on his left boot he's a chance.
And just as Cloak lines this up, nearly every St Kilda player is in there forward 50. It is an amazing look, this.
21 goals, 14 from set shots. Certainly an improvement on previous years for Travis Cloak, although this one not really getting close, but certainly some positive things to take out of this so far as the Magpie players, coach and supporters are concerned.
There must be 100 St Kilda players spare. I mean, they're all down there.
Goddard. Short kick.
Gee, it was slipping over. Luke
finds Geary.
It's pretty slippery down there, Malcolm. Been a fair bit of rain. But players love wearing the moulded stops.
Yeah.
They might have to change them at quarter time.
Mind you, being down there, the ground actually has held up pretty well, hasn't it, Luke?
Yeah,
the rain we've had this week.
Yeah, the MCG's in fantastic nick, but it is slippery.
The applause off the ball was for Robert Harvey. He's on for his first run of the night.
Always figure when the ball's slippery like this. Lenny Hayes has got a couple over the back already. Collingwood are going to have to watch that over the back because it can slip through the ruckman's hands. Slippery ball. There it is there, over the back.
And Eddie is underneath all that.
At a big week, Eddie.
Yes.
Oh, wrong one.
It's a good point you made, though, Malcolm. Interesting to see players actually adapt to that and realise that's going to happen a fair bit tonight from the ruck outs.
He was out there tonight, I reckon he would have been reported already. Kick from Gilbert was smothered. Having a go at it as Jason Geary.
Pretty tight.
Wilt over the top. It was McCarthy. He's given away the free kick.
I think the tackling would have been a big focus for Collingwood this week. When they play their best, they tackle absolutely superbly. Been really down the last 3 weeks, their tackle count, so we'll keep an eye on that tonight.
Fiora's worked hard and gets it on the third bite.
The thing I should say about that tackling as well, Luke, is that, I mean, to have your focus only on a tackle, you sometimes miss great opportunities, don't you? You've got to do it both ways.
Santo to Revolt, and that's great hands. He's got a loose man on the goal square.
Righto. Now, if Collingwood don't sit on Del Santo, he is going to put it down the throat of everyone all night. He's the most dangerous kick in the scene. Why he's not just sat on right now, I don't know.
Converting this season at 64%, Nick Revolt. 42 goals, 24. Lovely kick. Saints on the board.
Big night for both coaches in the run to the finals. Scores level. Big relief, I would think, for the Saints after the effort and energy that Collingwood have shown so far.
Right on the ball, holding the ball. Collingwood free kick. Back to Chris Bryan.
Steve McBurney right on the spot. Not a great kick from Bryan, to be honest. And a pretty comfortable mark taken by Gilbert for the Saints. Oh, dangerous kick intended for Gilbert, but it gave everyone a look in. That was Tuvey running through. Jones won't take a backward step. Wasn't a great handball, though. Medhurst ready to pounce. And the Pies are ready to run. Cloak's got a yard on Blake. He did enough to take the mark. And he's shaping as a real danger.
He is, and it was a lovely kick just put out in front of him. Medhurst was great there. Just that wonderful balance through the hips. A lot of players in the competition doing that really well now, including the great Robert Harvey. Probably one of the first ones to start that style. He's gone back long enough. Nice and balanced. Relaxed arms. Gets too stiff in the arms, I reckon. Yeah. Just got to relax the arms. Got to take the pressure off. Take the pressure off your arms, you take your pressure off your mind.
Two behinds to Travis Cloak. Goddard does the kicking in. Goes the long option to Blake. Oh, it's a free kick against Anthony. Shepherded him out of the marking contest. Gets it to Montagna. Quick one in the middle to Gwilt. Now this is quick movement from the Saints here. Jones to Revolt. Play on's the call. Picked up by Fisher. Wild kick. We'll have a throw in.
Well, we're back to a contest now. You know, Collingwood were really bright early, and now the Saints are settled, and they're starting to win their share of the footy. So now the real test comes for this young Collingwood side.
Kaczynski with superior strength out the back door again. Fiora on the wrong side. Jones, great smother. Ripping smother by Maxwell. Wakelin over to Lockyer. To be clean here with the kick. Puts it out in space to the wing. Hudson, bit of experience, just got rid of Anthony. Anthony fights back though, and we'll have a throw in on centre wing.
Terrific stuff then, you're right, Stephen. Maxie just knew 10 metres off the ball to give it a nudge as we watch that smother.
Now the Pies by 1.
Literally over the back again.
And that was good in tight work by John McCarthy, also making his debut. Tuvey heads for the other debutant. Oh, fancy stuff behind the back.
No. That was clever.
He's a basketballer, or was a basketballer. Dawes, this is the old behind the back. Change hands.
It was clever, but it was a throw.
Yeah, but it was clever. Umpires spoil the game sometimes.
Is that a new rule? Is it, Blighty? If something's clever, then you're allowed to do it.
Yeah, but he shouldn't have seen it. It was the back. He couldn't have seen it from there. He guessed he threw it.
He shows a good instinct for the game, though, doesn't he?
Oh, my word.
Medhurst. Saints won't be happy with that turnover. Fraser had a little bit of support behind him, decided to go alone, and gives Swan a very good chance to take the tumbling mark. A bit loose, the Saints at times.
Smart kick, though, from Josh Fraser. He could have easily blazed away or just pushed it a little bit further forward and would have left his teammate without a chance. There's that little flick that Blighty loved, but unfortunately it's a throw every day of the week. But it was a smart kick from Josh Fraser, set up this shot at goal.
Don't see many blokes wear long sleeve jumpers anymore, do you, Malcolm?
No, it is a rarity.
He is from Brighton Grammar.
Dane Swan with 12 goals, 18 to his name, so no certainty on the stats, but that's as good as a certainty straight through the middle.
Well, Dane Swan's had an excellent start to this game. And Collingwood leads by 7. Bounce favours King. Oh, beautifully read by Burns. He's all wrapped up by Graham.
No chance.
No doubt about Scotty Burns' intentions tonight, are they? He's had 5 disposals, but a couple of clearances. He's on. Here he goes again.
Ball at the gate.
Down.
Fraser to Lockyer.
Do you know what they're doing well is getting this quick kick forward. Love it.
Cloaks works his way to the front, but couldn't mark the difficult one. Gilbert to Harvey. And the Saints out of trouble. Here's Geary. And Goddard's been dominant also early. Back to some of his best form. He goes for a stroll along the members' wing. Now kicks to Schneider. Easy pickings there for Marty Clark.
Hey, Tyson! Aaron!
Plenty of changes being made by both sides, as you'd expect. El Santo comes on the ground and straight away has some tight company, and Tuvey on the wing. Play goes on.
Off the back again.
Hayes to Jones and Eddie into the pocket. 1-2 block. Pretty comfortable all the way, wasn't it, for Revolt?
They've got to do something about it. Getting smashed at the back.
Geez, his hands look good, Revolt, don't they? I mean, everyone else has fumbled a bit tonight with the slippery ball.
So what's your instructions, Malcolm? If they keep going out the back door, what do you say?
Well, the traditional is the ruck rover stands at the back, at the side, so you cover the back. I mean, they're all chasing a kick. Someone's got to be aware. And there's they've got to time with a lot of ball ups and throw ups. Get it them set ups right.
Nick Revolt, 42 goals, the same as last season. That's a terrible spray.
Got the ability to just shake one every now and then, hasn't he, Nick Revolt? I mean, that just didn't spin.
And that was great by Brown, who's still a teenager, to go up and attack Revolt like that. I reckon that's fantastic stuff.
Yeah, I just don't reckon you badmouth good ones.
Yeah. I don't know whether I'd fire him up either.
Yeah,
I'd leave him alone.
Let them wallow in their own self-pity.
O'Brien, I'm outvoted on that one, but anyway, O'Brien to Davis. Kicks to Fraser, who plays on straight away and finds Wellingham the late inclusion. Little dinky handball to Pendlebury. He's forced to give it back to Wellingham from a tight angle. He blazes away and puts it out of bounds on the full.
Oh, son, that is a boy that's just got dropped for the week and got a late reprieve with Stanley being out and having a ping.
See, Ron Barassi would have dragged him for that.
Absolutely.
This is Goddard on the way out. Already getting a lot of the footy. His 7th disposal coming up in equal career best form numbers-wise. 21 disposals per game. Gwilt for Milne. That's his first touch of the night.
Mark's there.
Very static looking St Kilda just at the moment.
Move it on. Play on.
Harvey, an unlikely marking target on the wing. That's better. Sam Fisher with a bit of a run-up.
It's better, but it's still when they look their worst in Kilda, when they go down and kick over the line, and they're going to do it again now. They just take their time. They don't look any dangerous when they do this. They need to play on more.
Revolt, good strong body work. Milne where he should be. Got some attention from Goldsack. Was it illegal? No. And it's Harry O'Brien to carry the ball out of defence with a sloppy kick. Set it up beautifully for Hayes and Harvey. Del Santo was waiting for the handball. You can see he had designs on something a little more intricate. Trying to kick to a ruckman on the slide is a little questionable, I guess. Here's O'Brien. Got through the wrap-up tackle. And now Leon Davis, the igniter, is away. Trying to get into full stride. Trusts his left boot to hit up Cloak. It was a good decision. Medhurst sneaking past into the pocket.
Let him run.
Anthony makes the prominent lead. Goldsack over the back.
Back! No, you stopped. Rob Harvey.
And the champ comes up with the free. Bit of confusion there all round. This is Gilbert onto his left.
So he has a couple of bounces. Now drives the left foot kick to the 50. Not a great option. And Clark mops up for Collingwood, so we start all again.
Stephen, what the problem is here is Collingwood have 3 extra blokes back. St Kilda have 3 down the other end, so it's getting a bit hard to get through at the moment.
The Pies work it to half forward. Anthony couldn't take the mark. Robert Harvey has a breather.
Right, we get a chance now to reload this. Collingwood were sadly outnumbered in their forward line then.
King the tap, but it's read beautifully by Swan, who torpedoes one towards goal. A cracker.
He's going to have to take it, but I don't know if there was a lot of intention in it. But you get the benefit of the doubt when you play on quickly, get your boot to ball. Well done.
This is a really good start for Collingwood in more ways than one. Excuse me, Stephen. I'll handball back to you.
Your voice is finally broken, Anthony.
Hold it, Hayes.
Free kick to the Saints.
Swallowed that water somehow.
Hayes inside 50. Oh, here's trouble. Stephen Milner, will he square it up or have a shot for goal? He's run himself into trouble. Oh, Stephen Milner, what were you thinking?
Hey, Mark's here. Wait for it.
Just held on to it for too long. I think he was in 2 minds whether to square or have a ping. And in the end, he got neither.
But how good was that from the Collingwood defenders, Maxwell? That's what they haven't had in the last 3 weeks, is that aggressive tackling.
We'll have another go at it, quarters. Pendlebury now, Thomas with a bit of a run. And room to move on the wing. There's a vacant square, and he goes for Dawes. Good clean hands, that's the reputation he's got.
Oh, let's have a look at this. Youngster. Second kick.
Bit harder than his first one, Blighty.
Yeah.
Level with me. Thanks, Colby.
Chris Dawes, just 20 years of age. No. The degree of difficulty, a little bit too much for him on that occasion.
One of the things, I mean, it's not quite often. You've got to kick up to kick goals, I reckon. Leck's got to follow through. He just did poke at that. And you may as well kick it 45 metres as 40 and get a true follow through.
Have a look at that running down by the Pies. What I was trying to say before quarters is that as that one sprays out on the floor. It's a great start for Collingwood. They've won only 2 of their last 8 first quarters, so that's significant. And amazingly, they've won their last 14 second quarters. Now, read into that what you will, but give us some confidence anyway.
Well, it does. I mean, that trend, this stage of the year, is a genuine trend. It's just not a stat. It's a real genuine one. So they're going to that with confidence.
Well, the umpire being very particular there. And now it goes backwards anyway, so matter of naught. Clark into the square, and Cook pops one over the top to Burns, who bangs it long once again. Good positive kick. King gets back, can't take the mark. Here's Leon Davis. Yes,
Just such a crucial player to their makeup. There's Eddie watching on. Wouldn't he dearly love to get the 4 points tonight after what they've endured this week down at the Lexus Centre? 19 points the margin. A wonderful start by the Pies, and that really puts the challenge down to St Kilda. Brian trying to generate some footy out of the middle, but failed miserably, unfortunately. And it's Snyder that takes it. They seem to be a bit of a one-man brigade down forward at the moment, the Saints. They need Kazitsky to have a bit of a lift, but that's certainly not going to help. Not a well-placed ball. Over the back of both Cloak and Blake. Wellingham in the right position.
Kick.
And heads for Anthony. Wide out at half forward, Cloak. Good long ball, gives Dawes an excellent chance. Just a little bit too wide. And out of the reach.
Kick from Cloak wasn't great, but the ball movement was fantastic. It's exciting play. They're playing on. They're taking a risk. Down the other end, the move's been made on Nick Revolt. We've got Nick Maxwell on him, and Nathan Brown's been relieved of those duties. There it is there.
Very congested forward 50 for the Pies to work in here. Fisher.
I just wonder whether that Maxwell and Brown will just do some swapping. You know, he's got a huge tank, Nick Rewell, we know. Whether it's going to be a ploy from their house.
Over the shoulder, St Kilda free kick. Over the shoulder from the back.
Yeah, not many players have got the ability to run with Nick Revolt for 4 quarters.
Stephen King. You almost can't see the ball in his hand. Such a huge man.
Play on.
And now Snyder.
Thank you. Hold it there.
He's had an up and down season in his first year down at Moorabbin. 14 goals in 12 matches. Not really the return they would have been looking for, but such a dangerous player. Kazitsky, so it's all hands on deck for the Saints, and this is really, as Dash we talked about before, the Saints at their worst, isn't it, when they go back behind the mark and they kick to the wing and it falls down just like that.
You speak to the St Kilda players and they tell you their instructions are different. Ross Lyon wants them to play on. For some reason, it doesn't happen. It happens a lot in the first quarter. Saw it on the Gold Coast, and then they can adjust it after quarter time. But
Medhurst, what's he got in mind? Still not quite sure. Travis Cloak. James Brook having a hard time down there in defence.
You know what I'd like to see him do here? The umpire's got him on the mark. He's actually just play on.
I was going to say, he's had one go from his pocket, Blighty, so he's got to try something different. I reckon he's 100 to 1 chance for a drop punt. Got to try something different. You're right. Run out and have a snap. We'll see if he can pass one off.
As long as he doesn't call play on as he crosses the line.
That's it.
There you go. Good lad. Oh!
Almost got you 100 to 1.
Yeah. 3 points.
But 8 scoring shots to 3. I mean, so much of the focus coming in has been on Collingwood, but boy, the Saints would be disappointed with their first quarter.
And the inside 50s, 15-8 in favour of the Pies. That's a free kick to King for a chopping of the arm.
No advantage. Right there, Chris. Took his arm.
Desperately need a goal before the first break, the Saints.
From that position of the ground now, if that's Geelong, that's what they would do every time. Play on. That's a better build-up.
Long kick by Gwilt, but the only man home there is Wakelin, who turns 34 years of age next week. Started his career with the Saints, 94 games, but really made his name with Collingwood.
Played.
McCarthy, the first gamer, pops it up to Swan against McQualter, who's got the tagging job. The back is Blake to Goddard. Not a lot on offer, so he's forced to carry. to Gilbert. Now Blake. This is better from St Kilda. Robert Harvey. The little dinky pass, and he's a genius at those, isn't he, Luke? You love those?
I love them quarters. I think I said earlier in the year, he's the best 20-metre kick in the last 20 years, and I stand by it. He's a specialist at it.
He's had more kicks than anyone in 20 years too, hasn't he?
Absolutely.
And he finds Justin Kazitsky, who will kick from about 46, 47 metres out from goal. This would be a handy one for the Saints. Beautiful kick. It's a goal.
Sorely needed goal. Mick Moldhouse down on the boundary. There's the stat we were talking about, the play on, the percentage of time they play on after a mark. And Collingwood certainly 44 to St Kilda 32. The Pies moving it on a lot more than the Saints. And that's why, one of the reasons, they lead by 14. Fraser, 10 seconds for the Pies. Just about everyone missed the footy except Fiora. And that might just about be all she wrote for the quarter by the time anyone gets near the ball. That was young McCarthy getting another touch to end a very, very intriguing opening quarter. At the end of it, it's the Pies leading by 14, Das.
Yeah, they have played fantastically in the first quarter, Hutto. Their energy and passion and their ability to bring that to the contest has been great. By contrast, St Kilda have been so disappointing. That stat we just showed, mark play on, I reckon Ross Lyon will go down at quarter time and say, take a risk, take the game on. We need to do that to win this game.
Well, as we expected, Collingwood came out all guns blazing early after their horrific week off the field. And they doubled St Kilda's score in that first term. A late goal of the Saints made their scoreboard just look a little bit more respectable. 4-4 plays 2-2. Burns, Pendlebury, Wakeland all with 6 disposals for the Pies. Goddard leads the way for St Kilda. Ross Lyon quickly out there at quarter time to bark out the instructions. He wouldn't be too pleased, Malcolm, I wouldn't have thought.
No, but he wouldn't. But it's not disaster by any means. I mean, they do get caught bogged down a bit with not moving the ball on. But I think overall, it's not a bad start.
Have you seen the two debutants, McCarthy and Dawes?
Well, they've both done something. And I reckon that if all you can ask as a first gamer is to actually do something. He got a bit lucky here early, but hey, I'll take it. Number 31, long sleeve jumper. How about that? First kick. And once again, here he is into the pocket. Nice hands that, under pressure.
He's a solid lad, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a slightly awkward kicking style, not an absolute natural style. And here's McCarthy. Just is pretty well. See, that's calm. That's a lad that can play footy, I reckon. Didn't panic.
You might remember McCarthy's brother Matthew played some games with Geelong over the last few years. There's the quarter time score from the SCG. Freo making a good start, 3-5 to 2-4.
Collingwood have lost their last 3 matches. They haven't lost 4 in a row since early in 2005. Their last 3 weeks statistically have been awful. They've been ranked pretty much 16th in everything.
Anthony Hudson stat here, 14th second quarters, leading the way in scoring.
You like the stat that...
I do. I love the trends.
The boys in the back room are very happy that you actually endorsed a stat for the first time for the year, Blighty.
No, there's some trend stats I love. I just love them.
So we start the second quarter. Pies in front by 14. Fraser the tap. Cook underneath all that. But Harvey is the man that gets the clearance. Puts the Saints inside 50. Clark head down. And run down. Just managed to get boot to ball. That saved him. And Collingwood get out of trouble. To the wing. Cloak couldn't take the one-hander. Here's Goddard. Had a good first quarter. Cloak has another crack at it. Maxwell ends up with a footy though. Free kick. And no advantage paid. So it's coming back to Cloak.
Free kick was definitely there. And down the other end, I think you might have been spot on, Blighty, in the first quarter. Nathan Brown's gone back to revolt. And I think they're going to do a tag team, Nick Maxwell and Nathan Brown. But there's the big job. Jason Blake on Travis Cloak. Just pushed him in the back.
3 behinds in the first quarter to Cloak.
Well, they've got an extra 2 or 3 blokes sitting in front of young Dawes here. Good luck, son.
So he just pops it up into the hole. Hopes for the best. King gets there first. Perhaps should have marked. There's an opportunity for O'Brien, who found some space. Pops it up into the goal square. Oh, almost Medhurst. Now Robert Harvey clears. A floater to half-back. Couldn't find Jones. Got the extra man here, the Magpies. Can they make it count? No, good harassment from Kazitsky.
Fraser and King. And Fraser trying to give Pendlebury the advantage, but King went back for a second helping and got it away. This is Thomas and Pendlebury. The future of the Magpie midfield. Hurried kick forward for the Pies by Cook. The half forward. Goddard under a lot of pressure. This is Gwilt trying to chance his arm and did well. Was rewarded too on the other side. Graham just kicks it for the space. And that's Eddie running for an awkward handball. Made it awfully difficult for Graham, who did okay under the circumstances. There's plenty of Pies around ready to swoop, and who better to swoop on it than Leon Davis? Lockyer. Medhurst just couldn't quite get there. Maxie Hudson in the road.
That's where it's hard to believe with St Kilda at times. Robert Eddie had the ball in centre wing. They're only a young player, but you've got one of the best forwards in the competition. One out down in your forward 50. Wouldn't you just want to get it to him and give him as many opportunities one-on-one as you possibly could?
Fraser again for Leon Davis. Maybe he's finding his feet and his form after all those injury problems. Blake just couldn't complete the job, and that meant that Anthony and his direct opponent in Cloak were going to have a sniff there, but well done by Graham and the backup boys came through. Hudson also left it on the deck. He gets a second chance. Harvey at the back, sweeping up, and away to Blake.
Well, they've had a few opportunities back there, and in a game like this, you've really got to take them, and that's probably where their form hasn't been sensational, Collingwood. They just haven't grabbed those sort of opportunities.
Blake goes long. Wakeland does the spoiling. Thomas stripped of the footy. Jones to Blake. Handball smothered by Cloak. Ball still alive. Now it's not.
Nick Del Santo, Blighty, you talked about him earlier, that one pass that went to Revolt that was put through. That's his only touch of the game.
He's sort of playing half back and really playing on, looks like Lockyer there.
Yep.
And, yeah, I reckon that's what you should do to him too, to keep him quiet.
Graham. Good delivery to Kazitsky. There's no one inside St Kilda's attacking 50. In fact, there's no one pretty much in half of their ground. Pies push numbers back.
Yeah, here's a go here.
O'Brien and Maxwell. Oh, it's a push. Gee, if only Goddard perhaps knew what was around him, might have done differently there.
Well, it's a nothing. I mean, it's actually a dumb, even dumber free kick than I've ever seen.
Just call it as you see it, Malcolm.
Just don't need to do that.
Davis, nice delivery to Dawes. He gets another touch. He's told to play on as he goes to Davis. Now to Bryan, who's a thumping kick. It's for Anthony Burns, and we read it well. Just couldn't quite grab the Sharon. And Grant, they're under the pump, the Saints defence at the moment. Montagna to Blake. Now Fisher. High ball. Schneider does the roving, went without it. There's another go. To Jones. Threads it through to Harvey. Wasn't the best option either. There's a Collingwood win it back. And it's just a battle of the half-back lines at the moment.
It is Thomas for Lockyer, who has that lockdown job. But he might really hurt Del Santo with a goal. Oh boy, the Pies are in control.
Collingwood's lead back out to 20. Great goal from Lockyer. He's had the better of Del Santo so far.
Wow. Wow, it's out.
Attempts to force to release. As the Pies go into attack through Cook. Good pick up by Goddard. To King. Oh. It's dicey down there for the Saints. They eventually get out of trouble. Hayes, he's been pretty quiet too.
I think he played 50% of the game time quarters. Some doubt about him going into tonight's game. I hope he's all right.
Milne to Dempster to Goddard. Handballs to Fiora. Kicks into the pocket. Big ask here for Revolt. Brown back on him. Uses the body well. And he kicks in the direction of Thomas. Oh, great stuff, Goddard. He's playing really well. St Kilda's best by a mile so far. He goes to King. Nick! And here's an opportunity. Jones has found some space. To Graham. There's a long kick. And he drills it into the pocket. Milne sets himself, no mark.
Goldsack to take the kick in. Nothing immediate for him. He heard the call. That was good thinking. He made Thomas come to him.
Yeah, nice kick, wasn't it? Just weighted nicely. It's a perfect pass, really, isn't it? So the player can actually smack into it himself.
Love him up around the midfield more, Dale Thomas. He's a line breaker and he generally plays on and something happens when he gets the footy.
Nathan Brown, again the Saints getting a lot of numbers back. Medhurst weaving through. While others were watching, Medhurst sends it forward to Dawes. And the Saints are on the edge, I reckon, here.
That's what's fantastic about what happens during a week. This bloke mightn't have played this year if what happened that didn't happen. He gets a game maybe before time and might have just found the 200 going forward. He looks strong in the contest. He looks capable with the hands and an opportunity. He needs an opportunity sometimes, Hutto.
Haven't taken you long to find your feet in the media. You're calling him a 200 gamer in his very first game. You might be right.
Chris Dawes, 2 goals so far on debut. What a bonus for the Pies.
And 4 score assists for Paul Medhurst. The match record is 8, so he's going at Olympic pace there, Quarters.
The lead is out to 25, and again the Saints fumble. I know it's greasy, but Collingwood have been much cleaner with their hands so far. Gwilt. It's a better kick to Geary. Oh, great run down from Maxwell. Another 1%er from him. Produced a great smother in the first term. An opportunity lost for St Kilda. Wakeland, he's just come on. Gilbert off the bench. Gee, that can be dangerous at times.
I agree with that. It can be dangerous.
Swan, good handball to Cloak. Onto the right boot. Hudson, I beg your pardon, it was Blake who got clean bowl there. A sucker off the ground, it's a goal, is it? To Anthony.
It's inspiring stuff, isn't it? The hard tackling has returned that endeavour of the Pies. It's a trademark Malthouse performance. They lead by 31. They're burning it up out of the middle. Streaming forward, McCarthy getting in on the act. Down to Dawes again. Oh, he's got it. Might be a 300 game to dance.
I'm always fascinated by this. I mean, I'd love to see him kick it up. It's just nice to see some new one. But why hadn't he played him before?
Well, they were clamouring for him, the Pies fans, a couple of weeks ago. He's shown good form in the VFL. There's that kicking technique. Maybe that's why he hasn't played before. Maybe let's take him back to 150.
He's kicked 5 and 3 the last couple of weeks, but it's a fair asset, isn't it? He was renowned in the under-18s as the best contested mark in the competition.
This is Ed watching on.
Eddie and Carla look pretty happy about it.
Just going back to that interchange with Blake's running off. Wasn't the famous one in the grand final with Melbourne in the 60s? Billy Adams and
Healy.
Healy
and Adams.
Yeah.
Goddard up to 13 disposals. I want to come back to Nick Del Santo in a moment, Das, because he has still only had 1 touch and he spent a lot of time on the bench. And I just sort of wonder what sort of statement Ross Lyon is making to him given the events of 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Dempster to the wing. Revolt attacks it. Jeez, fearless in the air, Nick Revolt. Fisher released it. Here's Del Santo. Back to Revolt. He's got Jones on over the top, and that's where he goes. Shrugs the tackle. Hayes, Revolt. Has to produce his best from here. But a rare 4A forward for the Saints. Interesting sight in the crowd we saw a moment ago, gentlemen.
Nick Revolt doing his finger too, by the look of it.
Alan Didak fans in the crowd.
They might need him the way they're playing tonight. Fraser heads to centre half forward. High ball, more Saints than Pies. Cloak's going to find it awfully tough. Fisher.
There's an interesting one you mentioned with Dal Sando. There he is on the bottom of the screen. He can't play any other position. I'd love to see him be able to go to half back and do a job on someone back there and create some run, but it doesn't seem to be in his repertoire.
Well, here's Thomas. Bit of trademark Dale Thomas. Right. Ambitious kick, beautifully executed for Anthony. Looks further forward. Dawes is the long one.
Good kick.
Now it's Medhurst.
He's good at these.
And he couldn't quite get the man Cook in the pocket. And there's Hayes. And now Montagna out of defence. Gave a lot of time for Dane Swan to be able to do just what he did and cut it off. And the backup crew, Harry O'Brien, and now Davis is on. Just a matter of when he pulls the trigger. Now he misses. Boy, 32 points, 6 goals would have been very hard for them to make up from here.
Dale Thomas hanger there. Now what Leon Davis did then, in footy terms, you normally refer to as cheating, in that he got forward of the footy and he got out in his own when his opponent wasn't there, heads up and about. But it's smart play, because if there's a congestion around, why be amongst the players? If you're good enough to read the play, get out there. Leon Davis did it.
Handball comes out to Dal Santo. Gets rid of the tackler. Not, again, much on offer as Collingwood get numbers across half-back. Dal Santo blazes away. And they get nothing out of it. Now on the rebound. Here come the Pies again. Davis. That's a poor kick. Ooh, and Gilbert caught one right across the back of the scone.
Just a bad decision, wasn't it? He got a bit pumped up with young Dawes, and he was really outnumbered. Then there was lots of Collingwood players through the corridor. He just could turn his eyes sideways.
Well, they've got an opportunity here, Collingwood, in the next 5 minutes to just about put St Kilda away.
Can you turn your eyes sideways, by the way?
You can, Bloody.
Chris, thank you.
Saints just hanging in. Hudson out wide, and the diver is Jason Blake.
Anthony, your trend of second quarters, that stat, that 14, it's just looking so good again.
It is.
Those trends late in the year are just wonderful stats.
It's good to hear you so excited about it, Blighty. Blake to the wing, Kazitsky. And the ball is over and out. Down to Christie.
Nick Riewoldt has gone down to the St Kilda rooms with a finger injury. He actually took himself off the ground. You can see it there. It actually split open, took himself off the ground. They checked it on the bench and he's had to go down to the rooms for more treatment.
Yeah, it's a nasty slipsfielder injury, isn't it, that one? 47-16. It's not a good scoreline.
That looked like stitches. I was just looking at the stats away then. But yeah,
Michael Tuck did that in the 89 grand final. He almost split his head in half. He
couldn't come off, could he? Because they had no one else to go on, I think.
Well, they bred him tough at Hawthorn, had they?
Hawthorn fans are up and about at the moment, especially the one in this box. Here's Swan. Davis. Oh, you a couple. Hasn't he turned it on in this quarter, in this match? And his return to form has coincided with the Pies getting back into full stride. Brian could almost go this journey if he really...
It's just got Fisher and King a drop back. Sadly outnumbered in the air here. It's got to be a score, otherwise St Kilda will take it away.
Time for a talk.
Well, that's what I do.
We know you would.
He'd kick it 5 rows back.
Money for jam. Look at this.
As you said.
I mean, just really not intelligent play. Good play from St Kilda. Not great from the Pies.
Robert Harvey. What's he got to go to now? Just the short option to McQualter. He's got that wall up across half back and just can't penetrate at the Saints. Goddard.
See Goddard signaling to play on and do it, but the first time I reckon a mark play on we've seen for the quarter.
And Kazitsky does just that. But again, Collingwood. Numbers back. Clark to Pendlebury. Almost a Kazitsky mark. Goes back to Fisher. To Goddard. Now Gwilt. Going to have to carry the ball. Drives it long. His target's Milne. And just easy for Harry O'Brien, who plays on after the mark.
There's a free kick. After he got rid of it downtown, Scott Pendlebury.
So it's going Collingwood's way.
He got the handball and you threw in the ground, so it's a relayed. Yours now, Scotty. Play on, play on.
He didn't come back over the mark.
It's good umpiring though, Blighty.
Of course it was. I mean, of course it was.
No, you got him on the head. Oh. Just can't run into his head. Thanks, mate.
It's not your night at the moment, Nick Del Santo. This is Marty Clark being stalked by Montagna. And the Pies seemingly in control at the moment. Tuvey popping up and now Burns. Got Nathan Brown on the wing if he wants him.
Okay, well, St Kilda got 2 extra backs off Collingwood, so we just might have a patch here where we just need to get a switch play. Really good call to switch play. Wakeland's on.
He's on the outlet on the other side of the ground, here on the members' side. He's going to have to tread some water too.
I think this is what Collingwood have been prepared to do more than St Kilda as well. In this situation, they will change direction more. Watch St Kilda a lot go down the same line, the same plane all the time. Something can happen when you open it up, you change direction, maybe cut down back through the middle here, Pendlebury.
Well, they've got no real reason to hurry at the moment, the Pies.
No.
Oh, there, Kingy.
Del Santo's lurking across half back. This will be interesting. He's going to have to kick to a contest shortly.
He does kick shortly, and Pendlebury couldn't hang on. So Stephen King has the opportunity, but they were quickly dissipating. He's managed to get Gwilt in a little bit of space. Milne skirting around, and it falls nicely for Snyder, who just thought about playing on and kicking a goal. But Stephen McBurney's been around too long to be fooled by that.
Well, can I just say, what Collingwood did was the first time they've done it for the game. They've actually slowed the game down and didn't actually run a line and try and take a risk. I mean, the kick missed, but it was only because of pressure of build-up. I mean, they really didn't want to play on them. For some strange reason, they've done it great.
You got a metre, Harry.
And we saw St Kilda just a few weeks ago turn it around after half-time, didn't we, against Hawthorn? They started to run. And you mentioned that game against North.
Up on the Gold Coast, same thing.
So, they might have just opened the door for the Saints here, the Pies. Snyder puts it through, and it's 25 points to diff.
I reckon this is the stat of the game there on the screen. Mark play on. Collingwood up near 50%. St Kilda just 33% of the time they play on from a mark. Very, very stagnant.
First goal of the second term for St Kilda. It took 20 minutes. Medhurst, good skills to Lockyer. And Gilbert should mark this inside defensive 50 now. He plays on straight away. Kicks to Harvey. Sold the dummy and looks for Montagna. Well done by Burns to get back to be third man in that contest.
Bad decision, that.
Wasn't the best of handballs, though. Harvey taps to Montagna. Finds Hayes. Montagna keeps on running. Kicks to Gwilt. Push short. No free kick forthcoming. Saints fans don't like it. Maxwell to Lockyer. Finds Fraser on centre wing.
It's better from Josh Fraser too. That's when he's a really good player, when he spreads hard to the wing, sets up possession and play. Good stuff.
Back to Clark. Kicks in the cloak direction. Good harassment from Blake. Graham. King. Schneider. Now got up. This is better build up from the Saints. But he shanks the kick. Something shocking. And Dale Thomas was standing on the wing and got a gift. And relieves the pressure. And he kicks to his captain, and Burns just holds on to it. Where an off the ball is a Collingwood player down. McCarthy looks like caught one in the midriff.
So again, they're going to try a different angle from the outer side. This is Tuvey. Here the left boot into Anthony. No penalty there. Fisher at the back.
Just they're outnumbered at the moment, Collingwood. I mean, St Kilda are actually, they've just held this up for a while now. If they can get through this patch, they're back in the game.
Jones and Graham's had a big second quarter. Just goes for broke. I was hoping that Kazitsky might be able to get there, but Dane Swan lending a hand. And the Pies can wind up again via Chris Bryan. As we get towards half-time. Pretty crucial 2.5 minutes. Pies just malfunctioning, aren't they, going forward at the moment. And now it's Gwilt's turn. Again, Kazitsky and Milne are the longer choices. Harvey's also pushed inside the 50. Wilt didn't know what to do. So he goes for Goddard, which they've done a bit because he's coming in for his 20th disposal. Fisher also reasonably prominent, his 10th touch. Now, room for a big wind-up from Gilbert. You can see the hesitation on his face, though, and he's just kicked as long as he can, and that has turned out to be a pretty average choice.
It's an average choice because there was a heap of numbers back, only because they gave them time to get back. At one stage in the middle of the ground, there were one-on-ones everywhere in the St Kilda forward line, but they just took too long.
He kicks to Burns. We found the incident involving McCarthy. We'll have a look at it in the moment. We just caught it on the side of the screen. Jones does the spoiling on Thomas. Picked up by Davis. Back to Burns. Fires out the handball to Medhurst. Fisher sets himself and takes the good mark. Starting to run and carry a bit now, the Saints. That's starting to pay a bit of dividends too. Graham, again he pumps it long. That's a better kick. Kaczynski should mark. No, he can't, and no free kick forthcoming. Well done by Wakeland. Strong spoil. And the ball's still alive. Swan in two minds. Keeps it alive, or does he? No, it's not through by Brian. Let's have a look at this incident involving McCarthy. Aaron Fiora, I think that was it?
Out of character for Aaron Fiora.
Very much so.
He's got a bit to worry about.
To the wing.
What are you speaking at, Hannah?
And Anthony.
They're just absolutely rattled at the moment, Collingwood.
It is, well, and yet the Saints haven't been able to take advantage. They've got 30 seconds to do that.
They got a goal late in the first quarter, didn't they? I mean, another one here just still gives them some hope.
The indecision, though, is there for all to see. James Crook can roost one. He sets it up, but who for? Oh,
Realistically, Burns free kick didn't touch the ball.
Entertaining.
It's gone back into their shells, Collingwood, but haven't they, Blighty?
Yeah, they did.
Well, I reckon half-time's come just at the right time for the Pies. They still lead by 4 goals. St Kilda much improved in the last 10 minutes, but they couldn't make it count on the scoreboard. Let's have a look at Stephen Milne's fly. Gymnastic ability there.
Yeah. Tell you what, there wasn't much else to do, though, was there? Wasn't much on offer. Probably worth a jump.
So half-time in this crucial game, Collingwood 8, St Kilda 7, and it's the Pies by 24 points. 7 goals, 5 plays, 3 goal 5.
We've been looking for them all night. We've found them, the villains from the week. Alan Didak, the Shaw brothers, and there's Ben Johnson as well watching on. It's not the coach's box, it's not Mick's assistants, it's the stats box next door watching the action tonight, the Pies. And they like what their teammates have produced in the first half. They lead, as you can see, 7-5-47 to 3-5-23. Now let's take a closer look at some of the tactics with the NAB analyser. And look, Darcy, you're going to have a look at the Saints and their pattern of play.
We are, Hutto. The stat that's been probably damning in the first half of St Kilda has been marked play-on percentage. They're at only 36%. Geelong are number 1 in the competition, 52% of the time they're playing for a mark. So just pause there. You would think that he may have a look and try and go back into the corridor, Hutto. It just hasn't happened. We'll let it roll. This is Stephen Milne with the footy. As this play unfolds, this is the pattern of play that St Kilda have had all first half. Kick down the line. On this occasion, it's a strong mark by Sam Fisher. But again, just pause there quickly. You'd love to see him play on, get the footy back into the corridor, and we'll let it roll. You've got Nick Revolt, arguably the best forward in the competition down there. At this stage, he's probably in a one-on-one opportunity. When you go slow, opportunity to get numbers back. So the kick goes down the line. Revolt in a contested situation, plenty of numbers around him, and they're not able to score anywhere near as often as they would like St Kilda. The reverse, though, happens with Collingwood. Have a look at this. Straight away, play on, take a mark, give it to someone in the corridor, Tarkin Lockyer. Again, play on to Pendlebury. They changed their angles. They're prepared to take a risk. Been fantastic from them in the first half. Dale Thomas runs and spreads pretty hard. And young Chris Dawes gets on the end of this mark. So it's a contrast, isn't it, between Collingwood and St Kilda. And again, if we just pause there, this is Dale Thomas running right towards the boundary line. If this is St Kilda, I guarantee you that one goes down towards the boundary line. He's still, even in this position, trying to get back there into the middle of the ground. So we'll let it roll. And there's Dale Thomas. Just takes them on. Takes a bit of a risk by going back into the corridor. And they've set up a lot of their scoring opportunities through doing that. Interesting to see what Ross Lyon says at half-time. Are they prepared to take the game on? I think that's what he wants them to do. It just hasn't happened in the first half.
Let's find out. It's back to you for the second half, Quarters.
Thanks, Anthony. Nick Riewoldt is out there. He's obviously had some sort of treatment at half-time now. He's wearing a glove. I suspect some injections and maybe some stitching work's being done. So he's back out there, which is good news. Bit of a blue just before the bounce. We'll have a look at that in a moment too, but we start this third term. The Magpies just winning their shell the last 5 minutes of that second term. Allowed the Saints back into the game. Margin 4 straight goals, and Saints get the clearance. Montagna looks for Riewoldt. Couldn't hang on to that one, so that's going to be a problem for the Saints skipper in this term. He's done well just to get back out on the ground. I wonder how much it'll affect his marking. Schneider's wrapped up. We'll have a bounce.
Just Stephen Del Santo now up forward too. See him there just behind. As we pull back there, you'll see him there.
Schneider there again. Tries to break away. Another bounce in St Kilda's forward pocket.
There he is with Goldsack. Right alongside him.
Riewoldt slaps it into the danger spot. Schneider has a shot for goal. It's a 3-goal ball game. Just what the Saints wanted. Well, this third quarter started with a bit of argy-bargy.
Oh, here we go.
Don't think there's a couple of Collingwood players too happy with Aaron Fiora. Down that end of the ground. Nothing too sinister and all that. But as we've said on 2 or 3 occasions tonight, so much to play for tonight. Virtually a good old-fashioned 8-point game, this one. With Collingwood 8th, St Kilda 7th.
A bit of a whiff about it too for the way the Saints have started in this second half. The Pies will be very, very keen to try and answer that goal. Suddenly St Kilda starting to run. Graham getting a little over-anxious perhaps. Tuvey with a half-distance kick. Burns doing what Burns does. Going in as hard as he can for the footy. And the Saints with the free to Harvey.
Behind the mark, behind the mark. Back behind the mark.
Just let him play.
Yeah. Oh, no, sorry, you're a centimetre out.
Eventually Harvey settles on Graham as the target, but it wasn't a well-placed ball. Pretty comfortable for Swan.
So good hands.
11 disposals tonight.
Luke, hasn't he? Really good hands.
Yeah, it's been very, very good.
Maxwell and Swan combining. Graham with the lunge. Very wide delivery for Dawes.
What's he like on the ground? Oh, clever. He's done a couple of moves like that, hasn't he? Smart football stuff, youngster.
Started superbly with a goal with his first kick. Fraser with the fancy tap out, but it went straight to Blake. And Graham with the high bomb for Riewoldt. Saints trying to leave him one-on-one there. Snyder camped at his feet. Hayes starting to find it a little more now. That looked a bit tentative from Riewoldt, didn't it, with the right hand?
Yeah, he's definitely hampered, isn't he?
Just saw him do some kicking just after half-time. It looked okay, just ordinary kicking.
How have you marked Fraser's game, Das, tonight? Actually, Thomas keeps it in, so we might stay with the play.
And he gets it back again from the Burns handball. Now he's run himself in a little bit of trouble. Manages to get out of it quite comfortably. Off to Cook. Kicks towards Swan. Couldn't quite hang on to that one. Well done, paddled out. From Tuvey to Pendlebury. Sweeping handball is magnificent to Burns. But he couldn't finish it off. Gee, that was a great handball. But Burns was being harassed as he kicks, and it's out of bounds on the full.
Yeah, to answer your question, Hutto, Josh Fraser's had a marked improvement. He was quiet last week, and we know coming back from that PCL injury, had 11 disposals, but loved his work rate. He's really pushed hard to centre wing, and defensively he's been able to shut down the St Kilda ruckman as well, so he's been very good.
That's it,
Mark taken by Hayes. Goddard, by the way, is the game-high disposal getter for St Kilda with 22. Graham has 15. Davis, Pendlebury and Burns 14 apiece for Collingwood.
No 15, play up.
Dempster. Oh, slow, very slow.
It's in the handball.
And is penalised.
So Medhurst, too far out to score, obviously. Can't see anything on for him. Steve McBurney does the job, says you've got to go and go now. So he goes for Dawes. He was the biggest target and guess the man most likely to take it. And the Saints defence work it out. Lenny Hayes with the last kick. It wasn't so good. Cook, Goddard, Fisher, Schneider. Del Santo versus Lockyer. They tangle again. Revolt. Didn't look great off the boot, and it looks even worse now.
Yes, I know Lockyer's actually gone back to Del Santo. You saw Goldsack on him earlier, but he's actually dropped back on him.
Swan's out here. Dane Swan's worked really hard for this one.
And Fraser hits him on the outer wing. He'll look up and see an Anthony Lee bursting to the 50. Job done. Now, the next one all-important. Dawes anchored to the square for the moment. Makes his move into the pocket. Copybook stuffed by the Pies. Gilbert, good closing speed. Dawes left it on the floor. And that's where Davis does his best work. And that is absolutely superb. Leon lighting it up at the MCG.
You've seen this a lot. This is the best exponent of kicking. Have a look at this as we watch this fold up here. Watch him kick up. Kick up. And you've got more chance of getting it online no matter what you do. Great kick. Watch his leg extend right up in the air. It's the best way to kick a footy. Beautiful.
Well, as we have a look at the live ladder, it just shows you what's at stake. Sydney getting beaten at the moment. So this is the ladder as it stands. If St Kilda can actually win tonight, they will jump to 4th. So it just shows you what's at stake in this game and how tight it is at the moment between 4th and 9th.
So you want to finish 4th and play Geelong there the first up?
Well, at least you get the double chance, which is better than nothing.
Because you've made it.
Right now, Collingwood, though, are responding. Dawes. Tried to find Medhurst on Davis. Bit of magic again. Twist turns. Back to Medhurst. What's he going to do? He squares it up. Pendlebury gets it. Breaks the tackle. Not the second one. Kaczynski. He's under pressure. Handball over the head. Good stuff from Blake. Put his body on the line. Desperate stuff now. It's the Magpies by 24. Game on. Top 4 spot up for grabs tonight.
That's good stuff from the Saints there. Actually, 2 chances went begging for Collingwood there.
Well, Kaczynski was worried about Brian. Brian was worried about the footy and set Swan up beautifully there. Couldn't capitalise. The margin now 25. And once again, the Saints on the edge.
We've got a huddle in the middle.
Goddard for Graham.
He's not getting the ball in that second quarter. Starting to get it again now.
17 touches for Jason Graham. Robert Harvey in his last month of home and away footy. 15th possession coming up. No obvious options for him, unfortunately. So he goes short. The umpire didn't like it. Kaczynski the next in line. In fact, it was McGualter, and you can see the height difference and perhaps the skill difference in the air. Dane Swan, very versatile. Off to Brian.
Best man on the ground so far, Dane Swan, in my opinion. Kicked a couple of goals, but just when they've needed him to do something, he's been fantastic.
So this is the first gamer. McCarthy looked for Davis. Push. Free kick going to Leon Davis. Nice bit of fly play there. But Davis will go backwards and back into the corridor to Brown. Driving kick to Pendlebury. Didn't take the mark. Umpire will bounce 55 out from Collingwood's goal.
This is a huge 5 minutes coming up here now.
Couple of interested spectators up there.
Tuvey to Lockyer, found some space. Into the pocket. And Gilbert, safety first. Knocks it over the line.
D'Alessandro, just the 3 disposals. A little bit of byplay here.
Whatever, this one over the back. Luke.
It's on, as always.
It's over the back.
Clark,
He's got it. He's...
Lockyer. Oh. Bad luck, Malcolm. Del Santo, was that too high? Obviously it was.
On there.
The tension being felt right around the MCG. How are the players going to react? Revolt. Company from Medhurst. Graham, that was sleight of hand, 2 sleight of hand for Revolt. The Collingwood players hip and shouldered each other. And the ball went over the line. Mistakes are being made. Temperature just goes up a notch here. Saturday night, we're only a month out from September, Blighty.
Yes. I have a calendar. Great play.
Burns to Cloak.
Too much.
And it's a bit of a floater, but in the end, Blake did well. Off to Harvey. Puts it out into space. Gilbert, didn't get a great bounce. Snapping at the heels is Lockyer. He breaks the tackle and does well. That's a big win, a one-on-one win there for Gilbert. And that might be out on the full. It is. So free kick to Collingwood on centre wing. They're in front by 25. Thomas with the football. He's been told to play on. So he's moonwalking at the moment. And going back. Oh, they made a meal of that. Bryan's in there. Dempster. Thomas fed it out to Pendlebury. Now Wakelin. Back to Pendlebury. And now finds O'Brien. So the Magpies are going to bring it over to the members' side. Working hard is Anthony. And takes the mark in between half-back and wing.
Oh, he just didn't go on with it, did he? He just hesitated?
Yep, needed to keep going. He kicks along the line, and Goddard should mark this. No, just at the last minute. Coming in to spoil was Maxwell.
Are you getting any read on this, Das, on the way this game's going? It's a goal each in this quarter.
Still seems to be the same sort of pattern of play. Collingwood prepared to change direction. St Kilda still going down the line, and if that's the case, I think Collingwood have got enough legs and enough ability to get home.
You can see by that stat they're giving themselves the chances. Del Santo, a rare chance for him to show his silky skills. Oh, and he indulged in a bounce. He did well, though. He just had the awareness at the last moment. And Del Santo with the last kick into the forward line. We've discussed how important that is. Kaczynski at the top of the square. Shorter for Clinton Jones. Takes on the responsibility and makes the right call.
Jones has a breather. Collingwood leads by 19. Ball squeezed out to the wing. Good hands, magnificent hands by McCarthy. Ended up into Wellingham, who found Cloak. A no-looker to Thomas. He'll take him on here, Thomas. He takes on Blake. Can he kick the goal? No, across the face. Medhurst has got it. He can conjure something here. He goes backwards, and Tarkin Lockyer can have a shot at goal. Well done, Dale Thomas.
Fantastic call, isn't it? I mean, I just love the way he does that. It's confidence, and it's the ability just to have a go at it. Could have been taken down. He shaked the kick, but something happens, and you deserve something to happen. Have a look at this. Just backs himself. It's fantastic to see a young player do that.
He's kicked a goal tonight. He's converting at 64% this season. 17 goals, 9. You fancy his chances from here. Right through the middle.
Fifth assist for Paul Medhurst. There's Wellingham now, who's next to Del Santo. He's out on the wing. It's back to 25 points. At the moment, the Pies have the answers required. Here's Wellingham running onto it. Marty Clark. High ball to half forward. Young McCarthy almost.
Interesting, isn't it? Remember, was it last week or the week before? Just trying to remember. Jason Blake went into ruck. You know when they had the tools?
2 weeks ago, and he kicked 3 goals in a quarter.
Against Hawthorn.
Hawthorn, that's right, yeah. I just wonder if, just to change it up, you know.
He's doing a pretty good job on Travis Cloke at centre half back. Travis Cloke's just had the 9 disposals, but I agree there. I think it would really put a big question mark onto the Collingwood ruckman. What would they do? What would Josh Fraser do? You'd have to run really hard. I know that's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen it work. You don't use it all the time, but just sometimes. Right now, they need it, don't they? They need to get back into it.
Great skills from Pendlebury, and again Medhurst involved in the lead-up. Cloke was the target. And Leon Davis, isn't he full of energy tonight? Nathan Brown's kick run down, an opportunity for the Saints perhaps. Revolt and Hayes, time to think. It's 3-on-3 as they go forward. Revolt and Hayes might do it on their own. Milne slipped over just at the vital moment, but the cause is not completely lost. Shane Wakelin yelling and screaming at his teammates, calling for help. The boundary umpire wasting no time. Other players alert. Wakelin grabbed it out of the ruck. Boy, the onus was on him then to get rid of it cleanly. Stephen Milne didn't try and have a shot. Fiora stayed down. Snyder was there as well. Swan to the line. This is a big call.
Okay. Throw it in. Throw it in, Anthony. Good heavens.
King caught behind. Bryan with his head over the ball. Forced it forward. Just a couple of metres for Collingwood. Del Santo wrapped up and will have a bounce. Great tackle by Wellingham. Here he is again. Schneider, Medhurst, a little toe poke from Medhurst. Del Santo, bit of class there. No mark to Montagna. Doing the roving was Revolt. Handballs to Milne. Caught high, no, said the umpire. Play on. And we'll have a bounce directly in front of St Kilda's goal. 40 metres out.
It's tough to get a kick at the moment. It's pretty tight stuff.
Good decision, that one.
Yep. Here's Milne again. Kicks hurriedly into the goal square. No mark, and Swan rushes it through. It is Collingwood by 24, which was the margin at half-time.
In those fantastic stats you have, Anthony, their third quarters, Collingwood. You know, they've won 15 second quarters for the year. Just off the top of your head.
They've lost the last 3 from memory, Blighty.
I did it a couple of weeks ago, and I can tell you there are a couple down over the year.
Oh, ordinary kick. Could have been a calamity from Brown. Revolt went very short, too short. And again, a malfunction from the Saints in the forward line.
Look at the middle of the ground.
Wellingham just kicks to the space. Fraser runs into it. Fisher couldn't cover him. O'Brien, lateral movement first for the Pies. And now they can run from behind. And this is O'Brien trying to wade his way through the traffic. Tough one for Bryan with a couple of Saints ready to spoil. Gilbert with the honours, Montagna, and then Dempster. Snyder, Harvey just off the bench, was away to the right. Didn't use him, you can see why, because Milne's on his own. All right, it comes down to this for Stephen Milne. The old Stephen Milne would kick a goal. And the new Stephen Milne does just the same thing. They're still alive, the Saints.
What is some sort of goal? Somehow Stephen Milne found himself free in the forward pocket, and this is one of the goals of the year. Have a look at that magnificent camera angle, beautifully shot. And a great goal from Stephen Milne, the margin back to 18 in favour of Collingwood. Here's Wellingham. Out wide. And the mark is taken by McCarthy.
Fraser running hard.
And he's rewarded.
He's been great tonight, Josh Fraser.
Gives it to Burns. Looks for Davis against Fisher.
I reckon the issue might be for Collingwood. We know they've introduced these young players, Ryan Cook, Chris Dawes, John McCarthy into the side. So it's as young a Collingwood side as you've seen. Have they got the energy to run out 4 quarters?
Kazitsky against Fraser. Fraser the tap. Here's Toothey as the ball pinned to his chest.
Would I lie if I said there's 30 players around that footy right now? There is 30 players within about 15 or 20 metres. Get a kick in that.
Nathan Brown got a handball in that. Leon Davis couldn't get that kick you were talking about, Blighty. Goddard sends them away. A lot of pressure on Eddie. Held without it, surely. Young McCarthy. Gee, they held Eddie a long time after the ball had disappeared.
I reckon that was 5 or 6 handballs tackles to get someone finally get a kick.
Maybe fair enough looking at the replay. Maybe play on was the call.
Been a big talking point during the week, that slinging tackle.
It has. 19 points is the margin now. Goddard brings it back in.
And he kicks to Fiora. Oh, he ducked ahead and got away with it. And Fiora's away right up the corridor. Now he looks for Revolt. Can he take this mark? Oh, beautifully done, Nick Revolt. Great stuff. Quick release to Harvey. Gives it back to Revolt. Pops it up.
Kazitsky,
and that is a terrific mark taken in front by Josh Fraser.
Oh, look at this.
And a clever kick too. Intelligent kick out wide. And now the Pies are away. Cook to half forward. Swan, well done, McQualter. Handball comes over the top to Dempster. He runs into Cook but breaks the tackle, and now it's the Saints' turn.
It is, and there's options. Montagna with the stop. Oh, Fraser ran the wrong way, cleared the path. Montagna's half a chance from there. And it's back again to 3 goals the difference.
Having a look at that mark from Nick Revolt was magnificent. Just starting to roll the dice both sides. We're seeing players get on their own in 50 metres of space. Not sure who that's going to suit more. Strong mark from Josh Fraser, but the accountability seems to have gone out of it.
And Revolt's pushed up the ground this quarter, hasn't he? He's had 7 of his 8 disposals have been in the midfield in this quarter.
Good kick by Wakeland. Finds Maxwell. Target is Cloak against Hudson. Hudson does the spoiling. McCarthy's been good in his first game. Gets it to Lockyer. He's kicked a couple of goals. Goddard also been excellent for his team. Does the spoiling. Hudson, good tackle. Didn't have prior opportunity.
Point you made earlier, Das, we counted at the start. 13 players, Collingwood, who are 21 or under. And it is a young side.
Fraser extracts it from the pack. Puts Collingwood inside 50. Cloak in front. Oh, beautiful roving Thomas. The inside-out kick is wonderful.
Hasn't kicked a goal for 3 weeks, Dale Thomas. That's pretty timely, isn't it? 21 goals for the season.
Del Santo in the middle.
That 3 or 4 goal barrier seems to be something that the Saints just can't get past. And again, they're full of run and full of adrenaline, the Pies. Lockyer, spearing ball for Cloak. Great service. And a goal here.
He's much better kicking from here, Hutto, than he is 35 out.
He does what Malcolm's been talking about tonight. That's right. He tends to follow through, doesn't he? Kick it to its full extent. Leg extension goes through.
I still think it's tension in his arms. You have a look at his arms. I mean, they're so stiff and he's going back. I mean, he wants to kick it. Everyone wants to kick a goal. He just seems to get really stiff in the arms. Just relax.
Set to work hard for his kicks tonight. Been a tight battle against Blake. No more important kick than this one. It's trying to work its way back, but not enough, and it's still just around about that 4-goal mark, a 25-point margin here at the MCG. 3 minutes to go in the 3rd term.
And that's his 4th point tonight, and every time it's been a crucial time where Collingwood could actually break the 5-goal barrier, and he just hasn't been able to nail it.
Oh,
no. And we're going to have a bounce. Got it, went over the line.
With the ball, it's a baller.
Yeah, you've got to kick it yourself.
He's just had a brain fake.
the old brain fake. Seen a few of them this year.
So a pivotal moment here for the Pies. They can score a goal here. Not going to get an opportunity.
The old 2-point play. Hey?
I reckon he kicks this one pretty quickly.
Oh, the 3rd one. Oh, you couldn't do it again, could you? Oh, no.
He goes as long as he can, but it's plenty of Pies camped out there. Goldsack and Burns. And this is Tuvey with a bit of a run-up off the left boot. Misses the Maxwell target by that much.
And that's why a kick-out under pressure, why you don't have a tall bloke you can just go to, get someone organised. I'll never understand that.
Neither will Ross Lyon.
What's going on? Maxwell. Again, slick hands by the Pies. Cook for Lockyer. And there's Wellingham attracting the crowd on the half-forward flank.
You know, you've got 3 tools at the back, haven't you? You've got your ruckman and 2 other tools, probably. The fact you just need one of them to be somewhere out near a boundary line, just for that.
Get out kick.
Get out kick.
Burns and Brown, and they're forward again. Everyone was just standing and looking at their opponent, except for Fisher, who didn't have one. So he took the mark. Snyder, the Saints can break. They need to. We've talked about it all night. Can they play on and run on? Eddie was forced to do that. Gwilt, it's over and out.
What do you reckon? When you get to the wing now, it's only about par for a kick out now, isn't it? You call that par?
Yeah, I think most sides expect to get the footy inside 50 from a kick out these days.
That should be a free kick to Harvey. Was slung well after he got rid of the footy.
And for those that don't understand the word par, that's like grandpa. That's like an old saying for golf.
Goddard the tap, snared by Hayes. There's Revolt. Tried to tap it to Jones unsuccessfully. Gwilt has a go at it. And another stalemate.
Desperate for a spark here, St Kilda, aren't they? I mean, Nick Revolt's trying his hardest, but I just don't think he's capable with his hand of kicking the footy the way he wants at the moment. But needs someone to try and spark this side.
Well, the next goal's so crucial. St Kilda right back in it. Do they get it? If Collingwood managed to squeeze one out before half-time, it's just about game over. Lockyer. That wasn't a good option. Here's Goddard. Broke the tackle. Now Harvey. Gives it to Del Santo. He might go for home here. Nick Del Santo has kicked a goal. Yep. What a big goal.
Another look.
Oh, sound vision we need. Bit of sound vision.
Yeah, I can see the finger move there.
What do you reckon? You saw the finger move?
Yeah, look at this.
Oh, yeah, he touched it. Spotted, Luke.
For sure, Scotty.
Not bad for a ruckman.
Yeah. Which finger was it, Luke? Was it 2 or 3 fingers?
It was finger number 3.
Right.
Definite touch.
Commonly known as the middle finger. Here's 2 out of the centre. And John Anthony, what about that for a pick out? And the kick ain't half bad.
He's going to put up 2 fingers here. He's going to do it. Oh, yeah.
Superb stuff from John Anthony. What a quick reply for the Pies. And they lead by 26. Del Santo. Off to Hayes. No mark to Schneider. Attacking it was Jones. Goldsack's in there. And just over a minute left in the 3rd quarter.
Once again, they just can't get past 4 goals, can they? It's going to get to 3, and then Collingwood have the answer.
Blake having a run on the ruck, and he tapped it to Hayes. Kicks over the head of Kazitsky. Not what the Saints were after. Davis is in the back pocket. Right. And that's a beautiful kick to Maxwell. So Collingwood out of danger. And they've actually extended their half-time lead by a couple of points.
Disaster for St Kilda, this, isn't it?
It is.
Coming in tonight, they had to be absolute red-hot favourites. They were. First 3 quarters have been so disappointing.
It's not over, though, Luke.
Oh, it's not. It's going to take a huge effort, though.
Don't forget, I think the point you made earlier about all those youngsters, can they keep believing and can their bodies keep believing? So, not yet.
Move it on.
Their inside 50 cam is just 30, St Kilda. So that's just 10 a quarter. Here's Cloak. Prepared to dig deep, the Pies. It's been a return to that extra effort that you expect from the Mick Malthouse-led Collingwood sides tonight. We saw it last year so many times, didn't we? Down on personnel, they came into the game, and they have been outstanding. They're holding on to this 4-goal lead, Blighty.
They are, and it was a pretty entertaining quarter. I thought tough at times. I mean, it was hard to get a kick as we watched Mick Malthouse talk to his players. Robert Harvey, the great, coming off has had another wonderful game. Goddard, Hayes, Harvey, Graham, all been good on the ball for them.
Top 4 beckons for St Kilda if they could get over the line tonight. What have they got left in the tank? We're going to find out next. Saturday night footy from the G.
fans are out in force tonight at the MCG, the home of the 1956 Olympics. And the man doing most of the yelling is the Prez of Collingwood, Eddie Maguire. Disappointed on that occasion, but he'd be absolutely thrilled from his young team tonight. They are in front and looking the likely winners. 26 points the margin, 11-9 plays, 7-7. Goddard 26 disposals for St Kilda as the game high. Burns has had a great night for Collingwood, leading from the front with 20. Interesting here, Robert Harvey doing a lot of the talking at the three-quarter time huddle, urged on also with Nick Riewoldt. So much to play for, but just been found wanting. Crucial moments tonight, St Kilda. Riewoldt hurt himself just before half-time. And Sydney are back in front, so they've, for the short term anyway, looks like they win that game, sewn up 4th spot for this round. But the battle will continue. It might come down to a couple of weeks' time when Collingwood take on Sydney in Melbourne. That might be the defining game. There's the live ladder at the moment. Sydney 46, Kangaroos still to play. Collingwood, Adelaide, St Kilda, Brisbane probably out of it now as we go down to Christy Malthouse.
Thank you, Stephen. Well, this lead is even more important now that it's actually started to rain. It's only light at the moment, but if it gets any heavier, of course, it's going to make it very tricky in the last term. Both teams look very focused in that break. Both teams have also been using their bench heavily, so they should have fresh legs in the final term. And as for the young players being able to play out full 4 quarters, whatever happened to youthful enthusiasm, Malcolm?
Oh, Christy, I agree. It was Luke. I was only repeating what Luke said. I agree with you.
There's something happening on in the middle at the moment where the emergency umpire was out talking to Scott Burns, the captain of Collingwood. I'm not sure what that was about.
Thanks, guys.
Pretty fired up tonight. Might have been an interchange problem at three-quarter time. I'm not sure.
She mightn't like to hear the stat then, Blighty, that Collingwood have lost 7 of their last 8 final quarters.
Oh.
I wonder what's going through those boys' minds as we get ready to start the last term. What can the Saints do? They've got to overcome a 4-goal hurdle, and that might increase now with Leon Davis.
Ross Lyons made your move, Blighty. Just saw Jason Blake take the first centre square bounce. It's a good one. He can kick a goal from the right.
It's been good, Leon.
Right on it, right on it.
18 touches, couple of goals.
20 seconds, Freddie is milking it.
So, Leon Davis, can he go the journey? It was a good crunch of a kick, but it fades a fair way across.
All clear.
Another behind. So it's 27. And that means 5 goals, really. They've probably got to kick more than the Pies. Big task for this last quarter.
Oh, good stretch.
Mark taken by Riewoldt, but he's a long way from home.
Play on.
Gives it to Dempster. Now the Saints peel off. But that's a poor execution. That is a shocking kick from an experienced footballer. That is awful. And Tuvey kicks towards the first game of doors. Here's Gwilt. Back to Riewoldt. They got away with that one, the Saints. Here's Gran. Kazitsky's been quiet. Wakeland couldn't take the mark. Milne comes into the picture. Now Del Santo gets a handball to Hayes. Good tackle, and he threw it. Great tackle by Thomas.
Talked about that kicking as we have a look at the replay. And sometimes trying to swipe it actually gives the game up, doesn't it? But the kick clanger count, not great for both sides. St Kilda have had 20 kick clangers, and to put that in perspective, the worst ever on statistical record is 28 in a game. So it has not been too flash from the Saints. There's a mistake from the Pies, and Stephen Milne knows where the goals are. He's shown that tonight. This is simple compared to what he did before. No mistake.
So we've got Blake in the centre square bounce. What Josh Fraser needs to do, this is a non-ruckman coming into your territory. You want to try and make life difficult for him here.
Play on.
Blake the tap. Swan the clearance to half forward. Gran does the spoiling. Swooping is Davis. Just hacks it off the ground. Now an opportunity for Lockyer. Back to Davis. Got Cloak on short. He ignores him and goes back into the corridor. Tuvey. Maxwell's in there. Now it falls into the hands of Goddard, and the Saints are away again. Got nothing to lose, St Kilda. Got to run. Del Santo takes on Josh Fraser, goes long. Milne, has he got the pace against O'Brien? He lost his feet. O'Brien didn't. Well played by the Big H. Oh, he did that beautifully. Harry O'Brien clears for Collingwood. He looks for Thomas.
And finds him on the wing with authority. Terrific mark. Once again, the Pies have all the answers. But the Saints are starting to get the ball into the hands of the players that matter. Del Santo starting to find the footy as they bring it forward, if you're trying to be positive about St Kilda.
Yeah, absolutely. They've kicked the first goal this quarter, and Revox took a strong mark, so that's exactly the signs they need to get their best players handling the footy. Del Santo's a key.
And the Pies just stymied somewhat here. It's one-on-one ahead. Marty Clark takes on a roll to try and change that up. Eventually has to kick, and patience, well, it almost paid off. Blake with a terrific lockdown on Lockyer, and the players, you can see they're pretty well spent out there, and there's a long way to go in this quarter.
That was a big win from Harry O'Brien, big one-on-one.
Blake, Fraser both had a piece of it. Now,
Robert Harvey's free kick. Robert Harvey for a hold off the ball.
Harvey looking for Revolt in the centre. Goes shorter than that to Hayes, who's really racked them up since being pretty quiet early in this game. Up to 23 disposals now for Lenny Hayes. Had a couple of really short options on, but had grander plans, and goes for that Blake Fraser battle. It worked against Hawthorn, but is Fraser a bit more of a mobile ruckman?
Yeah, a bit more capable to keep up with Jason Blake. Jason Blake is an elite runner, can seriously cover the ground, but Josh Fraser's no slouch in that area as well.
Fraser got the tap. Burns is over the top of it. Schneider's in there.
It's been good, Scotty Burns, the captain, hasn't he? Started the game off well, was consistent throughout the first 3 quarters.
Had 4 possessions in about the first minute.
Yeah, he made a statement early, didn't he?
He certainly did.
Hayes was third man up. Wakeland, he's been solid tonight.
Still not.
Goldsack. Good smother by Hayes. Comes to Harvey. Kicks, looking for Revolt, but O'Brien outmuscles Milne, takes them up and played on. Well, gee, I thought he played on. Umpires decided otherwise. It's 50 metres.
Mark's here. Hey, safe. That's it, safe, hold there.
Is that slightly technical? I think it might have been. We don't really. I think they've umpired pretty well tonight. They haven't taken a lot of notice of them, so it's good.
Good kick by Fraser to Pendlebury.
Oh, keep going. God, every forward's now one-on-one.
He shorts it to Medhurst.
2 metres. Thanks, Sammy.
Collingwood by 21. Medhurst stabs it into the pocket. Harvey read that beautifully. Kept it alive.
Yes.
And gets it to Goddard. To Schneider. Back to Goddard. Good handball to Hayes. It was great running. Now, what can Lenny Hayes do with it? He drills it long. Kaczynski against Wakeland. Kaczynski's out of position. Wakeland couldn't mark. Has he got a left foot? He goes with a banana. And he gets it behind. But St Kilda needs goals.
It's been that 3 or 4 goals as Schneider takes a bit of a rest. This is the crucial time now for the Saints, isn't it? They haven't quite got this next one, have they?
That's exactly right, Bloody. And everyone out there in the ground knows that, so just makes them think a little bit more about each possession.
Play on, play on.
On tired legs, Clark goes for Swan. Del Santo had him covered.
Got him.
Just having a look at Robert Harvey in this last quarter. 26 disposals, second most disposals on the ground. He turns 37 in a week, and he's the St Kilda player working the hardest.
Scotty Burns, haphazard looking kick, but boy, it has paid off. And Leon Davis has set them alight tonight. Just couldn't get that one back.
Been slow with their kick-outs tonight, the Saints, haven't they? That was a little bit better.
Been slow everywhere tonight, quarters, really, with their ball movement. Just starting to now, that's better.
Gilbert. What's he going to do? Go straight up the middle. He chips towards Kazitsky. Milne wrestles with O'Brien. That's not going to do him any good. He needs to use his pace. No good trying to beat him in the air.
Thanks, Andrew.
They're going to kick to Milne against O'Brien. They've got to just put it out in space.
Arms are up!
Goddard with 29 leads the way disposal-wise. Ball kicked back into the middle. Dempster couldn't take the mark. Anthony tapped it to Cloak. Montagna on hands and knees, fed it out again to guess who, to Harvey. Handball was intercepted by Pendlebury, who's being held. Free kick Collingwood.
Medhurst screaming for it at half forward. Young Dawes is the longer option, but Saints getting numbers back. And again, the Pies not in any particular rush right at the moment, holding on to this 21-point lead. The onus is on St Kilda to come up with the goods. Gilbert and Hudson able to win the day from that battle. And the rangy Gilbert heads to the wing, but where to? No one there but Leon Davis. Nathan Brown just bombs away. Goddard should be able to come up, but over the top, but didn't complete the job. And he left his teammate in a bit of trouble, Hudson. Saints need all hands on deck right now. Dawes, Montagna, Gwilt, all in tight spaces. Again, hurried stuff. Comes good. Clint Jones just in the right spot at the right time. And the message is out. Let's move it on at all costs. Montagna doing just that with some help from Del Santo. And now the Revolt-Brown duel continues. They tangled at half back. Lockyer mopping up. Marty Clark. Crisp kick to the wing to Bryan. Cloak had his arms waving, but Bryan said, no, I'm not kicking out to the half-forward flank. I'm going straight for home, where Anthony was almost able to get up and take the mark. Gwilt, and now Dempster.
Hodgson's hurt. He's okay, though. McQualter. Nowhere to go again. Forced to chip short and finds Graham. Kicks along the line to half-forward. Milne, that's better. Nobody uses pace against O'Brien. Tried to handball to Del Santo. Good bump by Pendlebury. But Saints have it. Revolt. Revolt pops it over the top. Got to be a goal here. Coming up to St Kilda. And look at Fisher.
It's as close as they've been since early in the second quarter. You've just sort of felt all night that this game was going to get tight at some stage. Are we headed for a grandstand finish?
No, that's bleeding. Another blood rule. Sorry, Brendan.
So double blood rule for the Saints.
Active bleeding until you can stop it. Just tape it up, you can come back on.
There you go. That's as clear a description as you like. Brendan Goddard not all that happy about it.
Just as we have a cup of tea, Sydney, if they go on and win, as they are in front of Fremantle at the moment, the live ladder, in fourth place. But if they were to lose and the Saints win, they could claim that fourth position. You can see the importance for both sides there with our live ladder.
Okay, you're right now, Brady.
Chance for everyone just to catch their breath and once again reflect on the gravity of the situation for both sides.
Wow.
Del Santo really trying to show leadership after struggling in the first half. Jones, high one. Who wants it the most? Here's who. They're coming, the Saints. Some big, deep breaths from Nick Revolt. Is it going to make the distance? No, it doesn't. Still alive. Geary on Milne tried for the impossible. And Wakeland clears the danger, at least for the moment. Saints with some momentum, but still 15 points to make up.
Great grab from Nick Revolt. 55 out from their goal. Quick kick out of the pack was from Swan. Gwilt tapped it back to Montagna. Just got boot to ball. Harvey, clever little tap to Gwilt. He tried to find Hayes. He ducked ahead and went for it. Now he's got to release the footy. Oh, he's not going to be penalised for that, is he? He is. So free kick going to Collingwood.
Your kick. John's kick back there.
On centre wing. Pendlebury. Oh. Well,
I don't know he meant that.
I don't think he did.
Gee, the pattern of the game just changed a bit, hasn't it?
It has. The pressure's come. I mean, Saints were like this last week against Port. I mean, they eventually got across the line, and similar tonight. I mean, there's a bit of belief in the group that perhaps they can win a tight one.
Take your partners around the throw-in. Free kick to Fraser. So Tuvey at centre-half forward using Pendlebury. Medhurst, what a season he's had. Just couldn't hang on there. Gwilt in the rough and tumble at centre-half back. McWalter creative. Harvey irrepressible, as perhaps are the Saints at the moment. Nick Revolt. Milner's busting forward. He adapted the kick for Snyder.
How good's Robert Harvey? Announced his retirement during the week. Turns 37 in a handful of days' time, and he is the one that is single-handedly working any harder than anyone on the ground, as he has done for the last 21 years. He's a genius.
Adam Snyder really wants to earn his St Kilda stripes, and they'll go a long way to doing it. Back to 9.
Game on at the MCG. Here's Mick Mulhouse's reaction after that goal. As watching in the box next to Mick Mulhouse are the Shaw brothers and Alan Didak, amongst others. 9 points in favour of Collingwood. I wonder if the inexperience will count at the end here. Collingwood, a very young team. There's some more wise heads in the St Kilda lineup, particularly in the midfield. Can it pay dividends in the last 8 minutes of this match? Wakeland, he is one experienced man for Collingwood. Nice kick too. Beautiful kick towards Thomas. Hot on his heels is Fiora. Thomas picks it up.
Oh, well played.
Did it beautifully. As the Pies force it to the 50. Cloak couldn't control it. Forced to double back. Bodies flying everywhere. Goddard's run down by Maxwell. And we'll have a bounce.
How's the intensity of this game just gone up to a new level? Every player in that field realises how important this game is. There's Dale Thomas. That's really clever.
Just their forward line just looks a bit top-heavy at the moment. Collingwood, they just need a crummer.
Saints are flicking the ball around too, aren't they? And they've really taken control of the way this game is being played. Again, their foot skills, they're letting them down. The guile of Shane Wakeland into the middle. One of the youngsters, Wellingham, off the right boot. And a well-placed ball. McCarthy. For Anthony. Almost, yes. It's been paid. Plays on and kicks right to full forward. Almost for Travis Cloak. Tried to bulldoze his way through. Kaczynski surely didn't want to take a chance there.
Just can't buy a crumb at the moment. Collingwood down that end. And Burns and Medhurst.
Goddard kicks to the lumbering Kaczynski, who looks just about spent. Tired boy.
Jeez,
he's got nothing left to give. Coming in to lend to supporters, Jones. Lucky to get out of that one, the Saints, or will they? Gwilt, Blake, Gilbert, Hayes from a standing start. Kick partially smothered. Play-on's the call. Burns, bit of Jackie Chan there. Worked a treat. Now picked up by Swan. Throws it on the boot inside Collingwood's 50. Bounce favours Cloak. Can't get boot to ball. Play-on is the call. Desperate stuff. Intercepted by Thomas. Thomas got the handball out. Over to Cook.
Goddard. Graham broke, but he just needed to be sure that he was going to hit the man. Eventually he does. So Graham in the back pocket. His teammates say, go for a trot. Happy to oblige. Good ball for Revolt. Was there hands in the back? No, there wasn't. Nathan Brown, good time to win a one-on-one. And the Pies are away. Thomas. Low ball set up for Anthony, almost. And now Dane Swan with the job to finish it off, baby.
St Kilda needs 3 goals. Here's a reaction from the Maguire clan. Saints need 3 goals to win this game. And we have just under 6 minutes of game time left. Still time. Still plenty of time.
Great shot at Dale Thomas when he came off then. He was absolutely exhausted. A young player who's just showing great leadership out there tonight.
Del Santo, good pickup. Revolts in front. No mark. He'll have another go at it. He's on his wrong side. Over to Schneider. Schneider handballs over. Opportunity for Geary. No, that's not going to do it for the Saints. Ball still alive. Oh, great mark, Goddard. What a grab.
Speaking of young men showing leadership, hasn't he been unbelievable, Brendan Goddard, in 2008? There's a man coming off a knee injury, 30 disposals. He's been unbelievable.
Goddard's got it.
The plot thickens at the MCG and thickens further with the news that Sydney are behind. So again, that top 4 spot beckons for the Saints as we hit the last 5 minutes. It's under 2 goals once again.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, Dale. Thanks, Scotty.
What a toll it takes on everyone involved.
Arms up. Player got his kick.
Sam Fisher, Medhurst, Leon Davis. Applying the clamps on Gilbert, looking for a free.
Oh, good contest.
Thanks, James.
Yes, Ed. Last 5 minutes. Fraser for Burns. McCarthy.
Handball.
Got the spin around. There's Del Santo. Into the space. In towards Revolt. Cruel bounce. Lockyer. Cool head for Davis. And maybe now the Pies will... Ooh, is that 50? He crept over. Leon being the umpire. He's called it himself. The umpire didn't agree with him. He sat Sam Gilbert.
That is hilarious. That's Sam Gilbert. He was going to go back 50. Umpire hadn't played it. He just needed to put on the yellow jumper. That's all. I didn't believe him.
Travis Cloak in front. The old full forward or forward story of the man in front.
Looked around and saw Scotty Burns. Scotty Burns put his hand up and said, Travis, go back, kick the cover off it. He can make the distance.
Oh, he's kicked 4 points. He's due. Yeah.
Travis Cloak. He's kicked some big goals for Collingwood over the years, but that is the daddy of them all.
This is going to be a famous victory for the Magpies. They can't lose it from here. Against all the odds. As Wellingham puts the Magpies back deep inside 50. Anthony, a bit of icing on the Collingwood cake. John Anthony gets his third.
It's interesting, isn't it? They need to stand up Anthony and Dawes. I mean, they've kicked 5 between them. I mean, it's not plenty, but it's a nice contribution, isn't it?
Certainly is, and there's been some great signs as well. Young John McCarthy.
Yeah, he's been good.
It looked like he's had some poise, and what a massive, massive night for Collingwood.
Who does Eddie Sundberg for, do you reckon?
Have a look at Eddie. Good on him. Good football people are hard to find.
He'll be enjoying this.
Yeah, good on him.
It's been a torrid week for the Pies and everyone involved. Kosicki slapping it forward. But the die is cast for the Saints. What a golden opportunity, with Sydney appearing to be set to lose. Fisher fires and misses. And I guess technically Collingwood aren't out of the running for that fourth position either.
Seems as though no one really wants to grab it, do they, Anthony? You know you've got to face Geelong in that first final.
Sydney play Geelong next week. Certainly opens the door for North Melbourne.
Schneider. Good pass to Revolt.
That's it. That's good, mate.
Gee, it's a disappointing result for St Kilda, isn't it?
Oh, they'll be so disappointed, St Kilda fans and their coaching staff and their players. Opportunities, red-hot favourites tonight, haven't performed.
And Revolt kicks it behind.
1-3 for Nick, I've got.
Yep, me too.
A few weeks ago, we're looking at St Kilda and saying this is a side that may pose the most danger outside of the top four. Well, they went to West Coast and lost the game that we couldn't possibly believe they could lose, and they're going to do it again tonight.
Thomas takes it over the line. Touch of Joel Bowden, perhaps.
They'll be feeling a little relieved, those boys, I reckon.
They set up the victory, Das.
Well, don't know if that was the plan, but...
Medhurst been pretty good, hasn't he? He's worked really hard tonight.
Yeah, just hasn't got the goals, hasn't he?
He hasn't, but
just set them up. Set some up, though.
Last count, we had 5 score assists, 8 inside 50s. 16 disposals. This is one set up for a big grab.
Oh.
And they all had a go, too. I think everyone knows the game's pretty much over now. And the Collingwood fans are loving every minute of it.
So up it goes centre wing. Kazitsky. There's a whistle here. Advantage paid. Saints have got the kick. Fisher out to Revolts, who is directly in front, 45 from home.
Watch young Brown on him, and he just couldn't get there. It's just too hard. He keeps running this bloke, he said.
Second goal for the evening to Nick Revolt.
Just keeps trying, Nick Revolt, doesn't he?
21 disposals, 8 marks.
They say in golf, no quit in him. That's what the Tiger Woods type. You know, no quit.
Here's the live ladder, boys, from 4 to 9. Sydney are being beaten by the Dockers. Opens the door for the Kangaroos.
They play the Bulldogs tomorrow. Two's had a quiet night. He's about to take the centre square bounce. Justin Kazitsky, just 9 disposals and not a great impact on the game. Always look to him to really dominate a game. It's been quiet tonight.
Dane Swan being one of their best. Goddard probably the best for St Kilda. And Del Santos found form late in the game, but really they needed him firing earlier if they were going to win the match.
Oh, great effort. He's grown massively in stature tonight, Dale Thomas, in a massive game for his club.
We talked about, didn't we, early? He needed to stand up tonight, and he has.
Yeah. It's been a good contribution over 4 quarters, isn't it? Just some brilliance, but some good solid stuff.
Gonna be a big job for you, Ronnie, with the Bravia.
I've got it. Yeah, I've got it now, I reckon.
Here's Thomas again conceding.
Well, no, there's probably half a dozen actually tonight. I mean, there's been some good contributions, and also from St Kilda players in Goddard, Hayes, Harvey, Graham, Rewald. I mean, they've all been good.
Clark to do the kicking in for Collingwood. His target is Fraser.
But you tend to look to the winning side because they've dominated most of the game, haven't they? Never headed.
Next week, the Pies play Port Adelaide at Amy's Stadium on Friday night. And St Kilda have to go to the west. They have been kicked from pillar to post all week, Collingwood, and they have responded in the best possible way by doing the business on the footy field. A famous victory tonight for the Magpies. Side by side, they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the Well, he'd be a pretty proud coach tonight, I reckon, Malcolm Blight, if you were Mick Malthouse.
You certainly would, and he had a lot of good players. Led from the front with Scotty Burns. Medhurst was good. Oh, they had a lot of good contributors, and I'd have to say that that's put their season back on track to be in the 8. And I guess there's a lot of people early in the week wouldn't have thought that.
I still think they'll finish 4th. I've done a bit of a look at all the rest of the games. I really believe that if they can beat Sydney in a couple of weeks, they'll finish 4th. Let's go down to Christie with a man who, as we said, lit from the front all night.
Scott, congratulations. I guess it's probably a sense of relief to get a win after the week.
Yeah, look, it's good. But everyone lost a little bit of sight. You know, we were just clinging to the 8 and we really need to win from now on. So that's all we're worried about. We just got to get the 4 points each week. And look, I don't know what else has happened tonight, but we just got to keep winning. It was a good start. And to get the young blokes in too was fantastic.
It was such an intense game. I mean, you started off intense. It's perhaps something that's lacked a little bit in the last 3 games where you have lost, and it just seemed you did get it back tonight.
Yeah, look, I reckon that enthusiasm for the 2 boys representing us for the first time, and it's a pretty big moment in their lives, and you know, we just want to make sure we got the 4 points for them too. So it's something they'll remember for a long time, and you want to set a standard that you know, they can carry on for a while as well.
What kind of advice do you give those guys coming into a game? I mean, especially after a week like that, but knowing how much was on the line tonight.
Oh, you don't worry about how much on the line with the young fellas. You just got to back them. They've been playing really good football. That's a good thing. We weren't looking for players to come in. They've been performing for probably about a month now down there, which is fantastic. Dorsey's been great. He showed tonight he's more than capable at this level, and Johnny's only 18. He's got a little bit of class, Johnny, so it's just a matter of hopefully he gets a few games and can build on it for next year.
Well done tonight.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Scott.
Scott Burns finished the night with 23 disposals, 4 marks, 7 clearances, 5 inside 50s.
And the man he spoke about, Quarters, John McCarthy, on debut in the AFL Media Guide, he's described as a Scott Burns type, and that is a great compliment. If you can be like Scott Burns, you're going to be very proud. He's a superstar. His leadership qualities showed through this week. He's a great Collingwood man, been very good his whole career.
Collingwood back in the hunt for a top 4 spot with a month to go before the finals. Wonderful night for the Collingwood Football Club. They took the ascendancy in the first quarter, and despite being challenged a couple of times, never looked back. 14-13-97 the final score for Collingwood to St Kilda. Disappointing tonight, 12-11-83. Swan booted 3, Anthony booted 3 for the Magpies. They were the major goal scorers. Schneider 3 for the Saints, and Revolt and Milne both chipped in for a couple. Yes, big night for the Pies, particularly the 2 first gamers. Well, let's give away the Sony, the 40-inch 1080 full high-def LCD Bravia. Also the PlayStation 3, which includes the Blu-ray disc player. And don't forget, you too can win prizes from Sony by logging on to 10.com.au/AFL and choose next week's Sony Player of the Match. Malcolm Blight, I reckon tonight you could have given it to about half a dozen players. True. You have decided on...
I have decided on Leon Davis, with apologies to Swanee, Burnsy and Thomas. All good players, but Leon Davis.
And why did you come to that decision, Malcolm?
I just thought he set the game alight.
Great goal this one.
Yeah, he's actually had the most possessions. I missed that, but he got the ball and broke the game open. He could have kicked a few more. Have a look at this, his dash and his verve and his vitality. He was just a sensational player tonight, and pace just was important. And
it really showed up against the St Kilda team, which have been criticised for the lack of leg speed, haven't they?
Have a look at this. I mean, he just carried the ball beautifully all night and just missed that one. But he's kicked 2 goals, 3, but set a lot of others up. I thought he was fantastic.
As you said, apologies to quite a few players. Dane Swan's game was magnificent.
Was again.
Chimed in with some goals.
Did.
Good overhead for his size, isn't he?
Yeah, he's one of my favourite players, actually, because he keeps going. And I just think that if you look at the Collingwood players, 25 disposals as well, contested possession. He can get them both ways, can't he? He's good at that.
12 contested possessions,
and
9 clearances.
Yeah, he was a really good player. And also can kick a goal.
Where's his best posse, do you think?
I think it's where the sort of half forward, on the ball, and I've also seen him play half back. So I think he's one of those players who can be thrown anywhere. And this is what I like about him. An on-baller, mid-sized player that can mark, and he's very dangerous. Seems to have plenty of petrol too. He seems to run out.
Yeah, he's got that funny gait, hasn't he? Looks like he's always half gone, but he just keeps on running. And he's very dangerous around goals.
Yep. Good player. Really good player. Probably 2 goals tonight, I reckon.
And Scott Burns, he really made a statement of us with the 4 touches in the first minute and the way they went.
Yeah, they did, and he kept at it all night. He was really consistent. Probably just his last quarter wasn't his best, but he actually did, as you say, lead from the front. And there are times, I reckon, that a captain needs to do that. He did a bit of talking early in the week, then he said nothing, and now he's let his footies do the talking. And I reckon that's probably the best way he can handle it as a captain in all circumstances.
And just looking at the interview after the game, looked like he just about spent, wasn't he? He was absolutely exhausted.
Yeah.
And Dale Thomas, we spoke again early. This bloke needed to stand up tonight, and he did.
He did, Stephen, and I thought he was a really good 4th quarter contributor, and he showed his flashes of brilliance, but he also showed his hard running, his tackling ability. Another really good player. Ironically, Collingwood probably had 6 good players, but so did St Kilda. It was that sort of game.
All right, let's go down to Christy Malthouse, who's with her dad.
Oh, thank you, Stephen. I wasn't ready for that. I was too busy telling Dad about my baby trying to push its way out of the stomach and get a kick during the game tonight. It was a bit of emotion in the rooms after the game. Such an important win, not just to make the 8, but also considering the week.
Oh, there's no doubt. It's been a hectic week. We don't want to repeat that again, I can tell you. I thought the boys stood up pretty well, and I'm not talking about the game. I thought the boys this week stood up very well, and I thought the club itself stood up. There's winners and losers in life, and there's winners and losers in sport. What you find out about people is, the good and the bad. And, we found out about a lot of good people, and we found out about a lot of bad people. And I'm not talking about those players. So under those circumstances, it's been damn hectic, I've got to say. But, the resolve of the player group from last Monday has been outstanding. And, St Kilda are a very, very good football side, and we were able to match them in most departments. There was, as the boys sat down over there, I reckon there was 5 or 6 of them in a row who were between the ages of 18 and 20. So they did some more experienced type jobs today, which was fantastic for us.
I said to Scott Burns about the intensity and the tackling game being back. I mean, you don't want things like that to happen this week that had happened, to perhaps bring that back into your game, but it is back. And do you think this could be a catalyst to propel you forward?
Well, sometimes there's a starting point, and there's always an end point. Perhaps the end point was around 19 or 18, whatever it was, and perhaps the starting point for our revitalisation, if you like, was the beginning of the week. Perhaps I wouldn't want to put, like you said, I wouldn't want that week to happen again, just because that's going to be the catalyst to drive us forward. I'd like to think the player group have got a lot at stake. Well, we've got the finals at stake. We've got 4 or 5 sides breathing down our throat. We needed to win today to level up with St Kilda. So and it's all in front of us, though. And it's all in front of us because we've got some young blokes who are putting their hand up and doing manful jobs.
Well done tonight. Thank you.
Thank you. I hope all you blokes up there are looking after my girl.
We wouldn't do anything otherwise. That's
Absolutely
for sure.
not.
Well done. Thank you, Malcolm.
Terrific night. Good
well
night.
done
Good
to
game.
The Collingwood Football Club, as I said a couple of times, a very famous victory from the Magpies tonight. They have got up by 14 points into the few of them will sleep well tonight, Malcolm.
They will indeed. And
here's the matches to come.
Yeah, Port. They're all winnable too, aren't they? Swans.
Well, I reckon Collingwood Sydney's going to be the big one, isn't it?
Yep.
And they finish off with Freo at Subiaco. So there is what faces Collingwood over the next 3 weeks. A break from the MCG. Collingwood have prevailed tonight over St Kilda. Final margin, 14 points.